That's right, everybody. We made it to another year. Goodbye, 2025, and welcome 2026. Stick around because we're going to get the vibe for this weekend. Also, we're going to talk about the astrology that ushers in the new year. So stick around and Happy New Year. Welcome, everybody. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and this is your midweek reset tarot reading. And it's a special one because the new year falls in this midweek reset, and it's going to be for December 31st all the way to January 6th. All the way to January 6th. I mean, we're into 2026. This is it. This is it. So Happy New Year, everybody. This is when we start the calendar year. And there's a lot of different things that we could go down, different avenues about the whole calendar thing. But what I really want you to do is, okay, this marks on the calendar the new year. Great. We're going from the year of the snake to the year of the horse, okay? And the snake clears the path for the horse to triumphantly gallop through 2026. I like that. The astrological weather is going to be pretty intense. So Happy New Year, everybody. Be responsible, of course. You know, do we have to say that these days to people? Yes, I think we do. So to start the new year, January 1st, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Capricorn. So communications are pretty down to earth, matter of fact, concrete, earthy energy. So, you know, slow down your speaking. We also have a waxing gibbous. So right now is the time for reflection at this new year. You know, fine tuning. What are we going to do? You don't have to start it January 1st. I mean, if you're one of those people that can do that, then do that. But what I'm saying is give yourself 3 months. January, February, and March. And anything that you launch now and you stick to it within 3 months, by the time we get to the spring equinox, you will be a different person. Everything kind of moves in like 3-month cycles. The seasons, for instance, are in 3-month cycles. Real improvement in anything that you set out to do usually happens within 3 months, not 1, not 2. I mean, sometimes it happens faster, but still in that 3-month period, you're not the same person you were. You know what I mean? So give yourself some breathing room this month, because usually we say with resolutions and we quit by February because we're still the same person. So reflect around this time. All right. Now on the 3rd, we've got a full moon in Cancer. So a very emotional full moon. This is when we have a culmination of events or things or energy, of course, realizations, and also celebrations, of course. It's the new year. Wow. Full moon on the new year. And just to add more to it, it's conjunct Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, feeling optimistic. This should be an optimistic time. We should reflect on, how far we've come in the year, and boy, have we. And where we're setting ourselves and setting our sails to go in 2026. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And we're going to talk more about where that full moon is affecting you in your specific reading. So stick around, because then we're just going to go through Aries all the way to Pisces. All right. Thank God we got the timestamps. All right. And then on the 4th, so this is like the 1st, we got the waxing gibbous. The 3rd, we got the full moon. The 4th, right away, it's waning. That's when we start the reflection and the letting go and the releasing, because full moons are an excellent time to release. So you have this optimistic energy about, I am releasing whatever was holding me back in 2025, or what I will prevent from holding me back in 2026. Follow me on that? Good. So full moon time, it's a celebration. It's very optimistic. And we deserve it. So with that being said, make sure you check out your freaking weekend always posted Fridays at 10 a.m. to give you the vibe for the weekend. And if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page, and book now because they're going fast. Just so you know, I have a 45-minute tarot and astrology combo for the new year for $90. That's not bad. Sign up for that. It's great. You get 24 minutes of tarot and 24 minutes of astrology. And we in the astrology, I'll go ahead and pick and look at things in your chart really quick to kind of hit some points. And then we start right from that date that we have our reading together all the way probably out till April or May, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. Wow. A 6-month forecast. Book yours now because they're booking up, okay? All right, everybody. Stick around watch your sun, moon, and rising. Also, that really helps these readings. I mean, it gives you some more insight into how you're feeling. You know, your sun is who you are. Your rising is who you portray yourself as. And your moon is your emotional makeup, your needs. And when you watch your big three, oh boy, does that add a lot of insight, you know, that trifecta. So go ahead and check those out. All right, everybody, I love you all. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get to everybody's readings. Welcome, Aries, to your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st all the way to January 6th. So happy New Year. I wish you many blessings in this year to come and you thrive. And stick around with me and I will show you and guide you on how to do that. So Aries, this full moon that's happening on January 3rd is in Cancer, and it's happening in your 4th house. Now that, you know, you and Cancer are in the cardinal signs. The seasonal signs. You're spring, Cancer, summer. So you're square each other on the wheel. And what that shows is you could be having some trouble releasing something, especially emotionally. And it usually has to happen with home. So be aware of that, okay? So for this full moon, release anything that's going on with insecurities, maybe some home issues, maybe you want to move, something like that. So be aware of that. So let's go to the tarot table and start our reading. Oh boy. Yeah, we got one hell of a snowstorm brewing here as I'm recording. And the fire whistles have been going off like crazy. We got like 65-mile-an-hour winds. All right, let's get your angel numbers and look at that. Changes with 454. Embrace change and take courageous steps to unlock opportunities for personal growth and spiritual transformation. My God, I can't even talk because I'm so into the changes here for you. And that's what's coming up. I love that picture too. You know, the light. Love it. So pay attention to 454 and embrace change this year. And release anything that doesn't allow you to change. All right. So let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Archangel Phaneal. Hope, optimism, and new beginnings. All right, so there's a theme here. Number 20, let's go ahead and look at this. Wow. Embrace change, new beginnings, hope, optimism. That's what it felt like in this picture. That light was hope. All right, so Archangel Phaneal, the angel of hope, brings the light of the sun, the dawn of a new day and a new beginning. Like the rainbow-lit castle on the card. Nice. Experiences of great fulfillment are on the horizon for you, Aries. Even if you've had disappointments in the past, bright new resolutions and happy outcomes are on the way. What a way to start off the new year. Embracing change, being open, optimistic, and open to new beginnings. Oh my God, I'm having such a hard time talking. So Embrace that. Even if you've had disappointments in the past, bright new resolutions and happy outcomes are on the way. Finial reminds you of the power of hope and optimism. As you consciously choose to release fear and doubt, your peaceful, trusting attitude will connect you with all the things uplifting. The universe is abundant, filled with amazing potential, and with your optimistic attitude and this angel's powerful presence, a wonderful new opportunity designed just for you is sure to be around the corner. Okay? Very positive reading here. Already right out of the gate. So, let's get the vibe for this new week, this new year. Fantastic. Again, release some things about home. Maybe, things are coming to a head at home. Maybe you need to balance the home work, get that balance for that. You see what I'm saying? All right. Ooh, yeah. Big change. But, all right, so we've got the Devil, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. And I have the Hierophant at the end here because this goes along with this card, is having hope, optimism, and faith. Trust the universe. Live in the moment. Embrace the change. There's something here that's tempting you to be stuck in something, and you're not going to be able to make true change this year if you don't release this. This may be insecurities, blaming yourself for other things, Aries, okay? The Queen of Wands is in the middle because, again, she's holding hope in her hands. She's embracing change. That wand is let's go, So embracing change, let's not be scared of it. You're not stuck. You can change this pattern that you have. You have to have hope and optimism, and you have to have faith. And you also have to take action. You have to move energetically towards that. And I think that's where a lot of Aries are having problems. The stick-to-itiveness. And this is your card. You see sitting on your ruling planet. There you are right there. Take action. Have faith that the move that you make will bring great change for you. This is a great reading. We could stop right here, really. All right, now let's get your shadow work card. I want to see what this is all about here, because it needs to be balanced. Maybe you're having some troubles at home, but you're having a great work life. That could be that too. So let's get some more insight on it. Jumbled thoughts. Yeah, exactly. The mind can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. So again, confusion, anxiety, and escaping from what you need to actually do here. So be aware of that. Your thoughts betray you. Don't be tempted to let them get to you. You have to train your mind to be more hopeful and optimistic. Wow, wow. Just wow. All right, so let's get some oracles. Very optimistic reading. But for a lot of you Aries, I think your mind keeps you stuck. You run into these old patterns. You get confused. You get anxious. You say, fuck it. You know what I mean? And the cycle repeats. Really? That's it? Okay. Follow your intuition. That will help guide you. Don't listen to your head. Listen to your heart. Your thoughts will always tell you you're not good enough. Your heart will always tell you do it. And it will never put you in danger, because your intuition lets you know when you're in danger. You get that feeling. You see what I'm saying? Know the difference walking into the new year. That's beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get some relationships. Let's see what's going on with relationships. Again, it's all about being hopeful and optimistic. It all comes down to all of that. That's the base for this year. Wow, 8 of Cups, walking away from stuff that no longer serves you, yeah. And they want you to focus on that first. Yeah, out of this attitude, really. It serves you no purpose. Again, encouraging ourselves to think in better terms. You're moving out of stormy waters into calm waters. The new beginning here, again, emphasized with the Fool. I mean, wow. Wow. What a great way to start the year. But we need to walk away from negative thinking, blaming ourselves, being stuck in old patterns, old thoughts. It's the thoughts. But this is now for some of you Aries that are doing their work and embracing change and all of that, this is going to work out great for you. And you're going to get there, other Aries too. But you've got work to do here. This full moon is a great time for you to really get some insight on that. So let's get some messages of love. My loves. My love's for you. My love is for you. All right, so we have fate. This is a destined partnership. Could some of you single Aries be opening up to a destined partnership? Or are we going to be stuck in that way of thinking? That's for some of you. Integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? Again, that's what we need to walk away from for some of you. Not your integrity, but something that doesn't line up to what you envision in your relationships. Okay? That's important. And obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. Well, I think we all know who that is. You. So, with that being said, it's just a mind switch. Instead of being pessimistic and, oh, nothing's going to happen for me, you catch yourself and go, oh, no. Everything works out in my favor. I am hopeful and optimistic. I know the universe brings what I desire to me in this year. You see what I'm saying? And then after a while, you keep saying that and it works out. See what I'm saying? So be aware of that. This is a great reading. So let's not obsess about the past either. There's a strong message there. So let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what is up. Wow. We got some messages here. We got some messages. Okay, burn bridges. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Okay. Maybe for some of you, Aries, that's it. You're done. The bridge is gone. You set it aflame. And I hope it's not a bridge that you're going to need later. Okay, so be aware of that. Be aware of which ones you're blowing up. Okay? Nightlife. So you might be going out this New Year's Eve, striptease, gamble, Vegas. That seems very Jupiter-ish stuff to do. And with the full moon, maybe you're throwing a party at home, like Monte Carlo, New Year's Eve. And envy, resentful, competitive, and discontent. Yeah. See, again, that match. See how she's got the match in her mouth? So be careful about which bridge you're going to burn going into 2026. Is it the bridge to envy? Is it bad energy, bad people that you're saying no to? That's great. That's growth. Because once you get rid of them, something better comes in. Trust me on that. But really, don't let your envy or something like that, your discontent, burn a bridge that you're going to need. So there's a message here, not to light it all ablaze, Aries, okay? So let's get a closing message for you. But sure, it's going to call you out on this. It's not always going to be fluff. It never is. Not with me. But this is encouraging because if you start training your mind to be more hopeful and optimistic, and again, give yourself that 3-month period, and you'll notice the change. I guarantee it, guys. I guarantee it. So, closing message for you at the beginning of this year is communication. Yes, because communication, then you're clear if you need to burn a bridge or not. Effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. Wow. Well, you just can't make this shit up. Wow. All right, Aries, Happy New Year. Again, be hopeful, be optimistic, embrace your changes for this new year, 2026. Let's not have a repeat of 2025. We're fatigued for the bullshit that we put in front of ourselves. No longer. Don't be tempted. to walk into this year like this. And it's going to take you some time. But trust me, Aries, it's going to change your whole life. All right? Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to get your personal reading with me in person or online. I've got a great system for both. Come on down to the shop in Fredonia, New York, and get it in person, or we can do it on Zoom. I got a whole setup. It's great, just like this, but a reading for you. I also have a 45-minute tarot and astrology combo for 2026, and you can book that in the link. So, Aries, Happy New Year. I love you all. Don't forget to watch The Freaking Weekend, Fridays at 10 a.m. also. And we go live Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And oh, wait a minute. Whoa, we're not done yet. And also on TikTok on Sundays at 10 a.m. for Tea and Tarot, and also at 8 p.m. Yeah, that's right. I'm a busy man, but I love doing this, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it resonates with you. Aries, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and Happy New Year. Taurus, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st all the way to January 6th, 2026. So happy New Year, Taurus. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful year. Make it better than 2025. That's for sure. So this is it, folks. This is the calendar new year, January 1st. And I would like you to reflect on some words that we're going to have right now. And everybody gets in an uproar. December 31st, that's when I'm going to give up all my sweets. That's when I'm going to go work out. January 1st comes along. And they do it. And we've all been there. We do it for a couple days. Maybe we put it off. And then by February, it just don't turn out, does it? Yeah. And we've already started the year off on a sour note because we know we didn't stick to our resolutions. First of all, resolutions almost seem like we overinflate them for some reason. Like we have to do this grand gesture when it could be simple things like, I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start eating better. No more takeout for me. I am going to resist that. Now, it's not going to happen in the first week of January. You may see something in the second week, but it's going to give yourself 3 months. I'm on this kick of 3 months. You have January, February, and March to make the changes necessary. And instead of giving up by February, you give yourself that time period because we think we have to do it by the 1st. And a lot of people get in a panic. So I don't want you to panic, right? Give yourself to the spring equinox. And trust me, you'll be amazed at how different of a person you are and how you are aligning to the things you want in this new year. Trust me. So this full moon in Cancer, that's going to be conjunct Jupiter, which is a great full moon. It kind of softens the blow a little bit, but it can be excessful. It can be extra. Jupiter's extra. I mean, when Jupiter's influence comes in, it's such a big planet that everything gets kind of consumed in its gravitational pull. That's the way you could look at this energy, you know? Pretty big. And it's happening in your 3rd house. So you could be doing some traveling this New Year's. Maybe you're going to, I don't know, maybe you're going to New York City to see the ball drop. Don't know why you would do that, but hey, there you go. Great time to do it. Celebrations, maybe traveling to a celebration. But this also has to do with communication, Taurus. So start this New Year's off with communicating effectively. All right. So you're going to find 3rd house themes coming up. Even brothers and sisters, your siblings, that could be coming up for you too. A more influence on them or something. But it's about communications. Maybe you're wanting to start writing that book, Taurus. Well, you're getting permission to go ahead and do it. All right. So now that we discussed the full moon, let's go ahead and get to the tarot table. Yes. Go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe, my lovelies. And let's get your angel numbers to start off this new year. And the vibes it has. And look at that stability with 444. These are your numbers. Wow. Love that. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. So if you're seeing 444, that's your message right there. You know, your angels are guiding you and giving you that foundation. You know, that's the thing. Tauruses don't make a move until they feel safe. That's the key, that you are safe. All right. So let's go ahead and get a oracle from the Energy and Spirit Oracle from your guides. Let's do this. What's the message for this new year? Thank you. And what is it? Balance with 24. Centered energy and self-care. So, maintaining balance going into this new year, and a huge emphasis on taking care of yourself. And that's great. Let's read up on it. Let's do it. So this card indicates, Taurus, a time of leveling out. While you might have felt off center or even out of control, a balance is being struck in your daily life. And this card is telling you that your time, energy, and emotions are settling down, and you'll be gaining a greater sense of personal control. Even your physical habits, such as eating unhealthfully or not getting enough water or movement, are becoming more moderate and honoring for you too. This important time raises your consciousness about your needs and priorities, reminding you of the self-care you deserve. So be mindful of how you spend your time and whom you spend it with. Honor yourself and make your own health and peace a priority. When you do, balance will become a way of life for the rest of your life. Wow. So, things are going to balance out this year. You're being told that. And your guides are supporting you and bringing you here. But the one thing that is required of you is to take care of yourself. Okay? Now, let's get your shadow oracle for the week. There it is. And it's shadow alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. So this is about empowerment and rebirth. Look at those butterflies. Love it. Turning those shadows into gold by shifting your awareness from imbalance to balance, to unstable to stability. And for a lot of you Tauruses, this is a rebirth. So embrace it with all you can. Why? Because you deserve it. Another reason, you're safe. All right? Excellent. Let's go ahead and get to it. I love that. So there's a clear indication that things are stabilizing and balancing out for you Tauruses in 2026. And that's fucking fantastic. That is brilliant. Embrace this. Empower yourself, knowing that your guides are giving you this message for this year. Really, Taurus, I'm not kidding. All right, let's do it. Anything else? Ooh, is that it? Yep. All right, well, it all takes with a different way of looking at things. It's claiming victory this year. Ace of Swords is always being victorious, a mindset of, I'm going to do this. I've got a new way of looking at this. I'm integrating my shadows. Isn't that interesting? Wow. And I'm putting to rest and getting some rest. Again, this is self-care. Putting a lot of things to rest, and it gives you a new attitude. I really like this. The Knight of Pentacles is bringing in, again, this settling down energy. It's actually really brilliant how this all sets together. It's centered energy. Knight of Pentacles is stable, slow, and steady. I like this. And getting rest, too. Again, that's part of your self-care. I'm sure we don't have to argue with the Taurus. You got to get more rest. I'm sure they'll go right for it. You know what I mean? All right, let's get an oracle for you. So this is good. This is a new mindset. And that's what balances things out. That's what grounds you this year, is adopting a new mindset. And there's so many things that we can implement change with, So embrace that this year, Taurus, really. Wow, you got 2 aces now. So stand your ground, put up boundaries. Claim victory. This is like against all odds, I am getting this done. Work on, again, empowering energy. This is 3, this is growth. So your self-esteem, that also encourages the stability and balance in your life. I am worthy, I am strong enough. And the Ace of Cups, self-care. Also, a new relationship for singles, opening yourself up because you're filling your cup first. Follow me on that? And 2 aces so far. Brilliant new beginnings for you in this new year. And I'm really digging it. So let's look at relationships. It seems like you're letting that go too. Maybe that would help balance your life out, is having somebody there with it, You're doing all these things, single Tauruses, and you want somebody there with you. But yeah, these cards are really hard to shuffle. I don't want to mess up the schema here, but yeah, which always tells me that there's some Tauruses that are resisting relationship news. Go figure. Yeah, it's time to put things to rest. The 6 of Swords with the 4 of Swords is moving on. Again, this is a totally different mindset and shift, and man, does it pay off. Trust your intuition. And look at the change. Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And again, you could be doing some traveling. I'm not going to rule that out. There's an opportunity here. Go ahead and take that. But also you may have I don't know, for some of you Tauruses, I'm getting young sons. There may be a focus here. Maybe maybe some of your kids are going to college or back to college or something like that. So that kind of puts things back into balance for you. So for some reason, I had to point that out. All right. You never know. All right. So let's get some messages of love. But this is also, Page of Wands is Cupid's arrow. So somebody could be coming into your life here, especially when you change your mindset and say, you know what, this is 2026 is the year I'm gonna let love come rushing at my door. All right. Warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. What could that be when we've had such a positive reading? What would put you out of balance and make you unstable? Almost like letting people take your energy from you, something like that. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. And that's, another thing. That could be the red flag, is that if you can't be completely open with this person that's coming into your life or is in your life, then, you know what I mean? And then you have the other side of the coin. Play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. That's another thing. This Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, shows a very youthful kind of playful stage in your committed relationship already, Taurus. Maybe you need to open up to it. Maybe, sometimes people think, oh God, it's the same thing every day. You know what I mean? Change it up. Put the effort into it. You see what I'm saying? So be aware of that. Let's get what's the vibe. So there's a warning here that your thoughts will also put you out of balance too. I had to throw that in. Wow. But this is great. New way of thinking, new way of looking at things, taking your time. And we have time. Look at that. With delay, procrastination, and too busy. Again, you're never too busy to do your self-work and to put yourself first. That's why you're too busy, And clingy. Uh-oh. That may be some of the red flag stuff here. Old exes, dead relationships, and old ways. Again, we're moving from that. It looks like a lot of you Tauruses are empowering yourself to get rid of the baggage finally. Congratulations in advance. Let's get a closing message for you, Taurus. Love it. Very optimistic to let a Taurus know that the energy around them this year is putting them in a more stable foundation. And that is just music to a Taurus's ears. Okay. Closing message is this: compassion. Embrace others' differences and accept your own imperfections as well. All right. Again, take your time. There seems to be like a flow to this instead of a rush. You know what I mean? That's what I feel, Taurus. And of course, you're going to move very slow and steady every step. But I want you to trust the process here for this new year. It's bringing a lot more stability and support. And I think a lot of you might do some home improvements with your home or something like that. A lot of Tauruses that are writers, this is it. Don't let anybody get in your way. Stand your ground with that this year. Okay? All right, Taurus, that is going to do it for this midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch The Freaking Weekend Fridays at 10 a.m. to give you the vibe for the weekend. And don't forget, we go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. and also on Sundays at 10 a.m. on TikTok for our tea and tarot. That's fun. Come and join us. Follow me on Raise Your Vibration TV on TikTok. And if you would like a personal reading, book them now. They're booking up in person or online. Click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. $90 will get you 45 minutes of tarot and astrology where we predict all the way out to about June for 2026. And that is just incredible. And yeah, book them now because they're filling up fast. This time of the year is when that tarot and astrology combo is just sought after. So get yours now before I burn out. Okay. All right, Taurus, happy new year. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon. Gemini, welcome and happy new year. This is your midweek reset tarot reading and it's for December 31st all the way to January 6th, 2026. So welcome. Happy new year, Gemini. I hope you have a wonderful new year. And I want to remind you to not put so much pressure on yourself at this time, to make sure you stick to your resolutions. You know, give yourself some small attainable goals and give yourself to the spring equinox 3 months and you will see improvement like no other. But stick to it and do something that we all need to do. Number 1, get enough sleep. Number 2, stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. When you stop scrolling, it stops that dopamine addiction that we're all under. And I'm going to tell you something. There are times when I'm doing it and I know I'm doing it. The voice inside of me is going, why are you doing this? Sometimes we find that as a form of new relaxation. And it's odd because relaxation should be not stimulated. You know what I mean? But everybody's different. But a lot of us are scrolling mindlessly, avoiding what we need to deal with. You know what I mean? And that could be a problem. So this full moon that's happening on the 3rd is the first full moon of the year, is in your 2nd house. And this is all about value, income, maybe a new job, maybe thinking of a new job, maybe a raise coming in. It's maybe starting a business. It also, underneath, emotionally and spiritually, it's about how you value yourself. Moving into 2026, you need to release anything that does not allow you to give yourself value. I am worth my weight in gold. Pay attention to how you feel after you say that. Is there something going, you know what I mean? You got to release that. So this is a focus on that. And there's an excellent opportunity for you to actually do that. So before we hit the tarot, I just wanted to tell you, you don't have to get everything done by the end of January or the 1st of January. I didn't realize how anxious that makes people. Well, and one person actually said to me, well, you told me that, we got to get We got to release. I said, no, not by the first of the year. That's the calendar reset. That's it. The flow of things, because we are in the flow of things. We cannot fight the flow. You all know what that's like when we don't. When we fight the flow of things, they don't resolve themselves. Usually people set these fucking goals and resolutions and they're to shit by February. There's a problem here because you're running out of time, or you already run out of time. It's already the new year and I'm still the same person. Give yourself some time. 3 months, spring equinox. You will be a different person. It's going to take 3 months for you to actually see some results of anything that you do. And that's okay. You got nothing but time. Time is an illusion. So have fun with it. Because if you say you're running out of it, boys and girls, you're gonna a lot faster than other people. But if you say I got more than enough time to get what I need done because I just pay attention to this moment now, holy shit. And if you do that for 3 months, we're not even gonna recognize you, Gemini, by the time the fucking summer comes. Ooh. And that's a good thing, all right? So let's go to the tarot table and do this, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. Happy effing New Year. And let's do it. Ooh. Aha. You see the way that flew out? And it's all about letting go right now with 3, 2, 1. It's a countdown. Surrender and let go of control. Release resistance and trust in the flow of life, knowing that everything unfolds in divine timing again, and for your highest good. This is perfect. Just what we were talking about. Release resistance. Knowing that everything unfolds in divine timing. Okay? Wow. Let's get a message from our guides for this new year. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And I hope the message resonates with you. So let's do it. Yeah, give yourself 3 months, boys and girls. 3 months. And I'm telling you, you just will not believe the effort. Look at that. I love this card. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you. Abundance and success. Wow. That's what you focus on with number 42, prosperity. Love that card, Gemini. Love that. And with this full moon happening in your second house, and it's also conjunct Jupiter. Listen, y'all, I don't know if the lottery is still a crazy $9 billion or some shit like that. If you go into a gas station, you're waiting to goddamn swipe your card, and you look over and you're being pulled to a lottery ticket, a scratch off ticket. I don't condone that shit, but if you get a vibe to do that, do it. You know what I mean? Make sure you're checking your mailbox too. That's for some of you. You heard it here first. Telling you. Okay. Gemini, this card heralds a time of great prosperity opening up for you. Perfect. Abundant blessings may come in many forms and for many reasons. It may be that a project you've been working on for a long time is finally coming to fruition. An investment or potential property sale could be paying off, or some unexpected gift, like an inheritance, may be coming your way. Get ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor and the rewards of your faith. You deserve great, undiluted joy, absolutely, and the radiant garden will be blossoming soon. Even if the shower of blessings only comes in drips and sprinkles at first, remember to notice the gifts already gracing your life. That's important. The moments of laughter, beauty, peace, and spirit presence can bring you joy each day. The more you acknowledge those and other forms of value in your life, the more your newfound prosperity will grow and multiply. Wow. What a great way to start out the new year. By far, the best reading. All right, so let's see what the shadow work is that's stopping us from letting go, from opening up to prosperity. Ay, maron. See, we do it all nice, and then all of a sudden we got to get down to it. That's how I operate, kids. That's how I do it. Let's get our shadow. What is it? There it is. Plainly evident. Shame and guilt. Yeah, that can stop us. Other people deserve more than me. I'm going to tell you, that's a big thing. That's a big thing, Gemini. There's other people that deserve abundance, not me. Everybody deserves it, and there's more than enough to go around, and that's what you got to understand. So release that shit. Shame and guilt, feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. So give yourself some compassion and acceptance moving into this new year, and it will help with your abundance. Wow. All right. Yeah, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. A lot of people are like, oh no, there are other people that deserve. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is also prosperity, stability, and a job. Wow. Reinforcing that. Interesting, that card wanted to come out. It just kind of fell out too gracefully to put back in the deck, you know? All right. Wow. Yeah. This is the Knight of Wands is I've got 2 knights here, so it's about taking action this week. Okay. What we have here is the Knight of Wands, the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, and the World. I like that. First of all, we got 2 major cards here. This is a big deal, you know? And you're completing cycles. Hallelujah. All right? The Knight of Wands, again, be joyful about where your life is going. Don't let shame and guilt starve you of this progress you need to make this year. You know what I mean? The Magician says, create the wealth you want. You are creating the world you want, the reality you deserve. Slow and steady, though. See, that's the thing here. It can't be breakneck speed right now. Everything's in Capricorn. It's slow and steady. I know, Gemini, your energy feels like it's running through molasses, but that's something you have to deal with right now, okay? What's the hurry? You're afraid you're going to lose it? And the World is, you could be doing some traveling, but this is also, the world is your oyster. Create the world that you want. That's the biggest thing. Just focus on abundance, success, and prosperity. That's great. Great way to start the new year. Damn. Okay. Let's do it. Oracles, please. Thank you. Is that it? Because those came out of the deck weird. Yeah, patience. Reinforcing that, Gemini. Be patient. And partnerships and alliances with the 3 of Wands, this is something you've been waiting for. Things coming together. I'm telling you, things are going to come together, but it's you working on that. I deserve it. If it's not in your life yet, it's because you believe you don't deserve it. Again, somebody else could use it more than I could. I think that's a big thing for you to break this year. Wow. Let's get relationships. Interesting. They all just kind of fell out like that. Okay, it's time to let go of fear and uncertainty. There may be something like that in the relationship. Again, shame and guilt. This almost is like 5 of Cups energy, you know? It's like the person's looking at the 3 cups spilled here, and there's 2 cups behind them. If they just turned around, they would see that all is not lost, and I think that's the message when it comes to your relationships, you know? You're actually being kind of wishy-washy. And for some of you, I think you're juggling more than one relationship. How's that working for you? You know what I mean? I think this is the year you say, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, the Emperor is being empowered. That's really focusing on success, moving towards that. This is great energy. Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Wow, there's offers coming in for some of you singles, big time. And the 3 of Cups celebrating. So, have no fear. Relationships are on their way, my dear. I'm telling you, you're at the point now where it's like, okay, I understand. I know I'm running on my hamster wheel again. I've got to get off of that. I'm letting that go. But it almost feels like you're almost afraid that if you don't do it now, you're never going to be able to do it. And that you got to eliminate that. Okay. All right. Messages of love, self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Again, patience. And second house, full moon, is all about releasing stuff that's not allowing you to give that self-care to yourself. And fate, for a lot of you, this is a destined partnership. Open up to it. Again, maybe opening up to partnerships in business. Maybe that's what you're looking for. You finally find a partner for your business, or you're partnering with somebody, but you heard it here first. All right, let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. Damn, Gemini, that's excellent. Okay, very specific messages. Let's do it. Let's release this tension, being stressed out, migraines, and worry. Again, self-care will help you through that. And today, good vibes now and in the moment. Again, all you have to focus on is how you feel now. I feel good. I feel great. I feel rich. I feel abundant. I feel successful. I am successful. It's that constant reprogramming of yourself every time you start to think negatively. And bring this to the surface. Shame and guilt and uncertainty with the moon. And fear of failure and fear of being alone with the Five of Pentacles. Bullshit energy, which needs to be worked on daily. And by March, you watch what happens. I'm telling you, you heard it here first. I keep saying that this reading. Let's get a closing message for you. Lovely Geminis, let's do it. Wow, such a great reading. I hope it resonates with you. All right, so closing message for this new year is determination. Face challenges with determination. You can achieve anything. And that path you're walking down brings you to prosperity, abundance, and success this year. Open up to it. Beautiful Geminis, thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for your first midweek reset tarot reading of the year. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I have a great special 45 minutes of tarot and astrology. And the astrology is prediction for the next 6 months. You get tarot of the general vibe of what's going to be, but it's personal for you. Again, these are general readings, so book yours now. Great price, and it's fantastic. All right? What a great way to start the year off, and it gives you a good timeline of what's going on, and you're going to be pretty surprised of how that's going to pan out, because you also get a recording of everything that we go over in the reading. It's fantastic. All right, so book yours now, okay? And don't forget, watch The Freaking Weekend. That's posted Fridays at 10 a.m. And we go live Thursdays here on YouTube at 7 p.m. And we also go live on TikTok Sundays at 10 a.m. for Tea and Tarot. So join us. Follow me on Raise Your Vibration TV at TikTok. And listen, Gemini, open up to this beautiful, beautiful, prosperous year for yourself. But you got to be determined, and you can't feel shame and guilt and fear and worry and all of that. Release that with this full moon, okay? All right, Gemini, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and Happy New Year. Cancer, welcome and Happy New Year. This is your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st. All the way to January 6th, 2026. So welcome and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you are well on your way to a wonderful 2026. Make it better than 2025, will ya? Okay, now we have this full moon in your sign. And not only that, Cancer, it's conjunct Jupiter. And a conjunction is when apparently the moon and Jupiter kind of move close together. They're not really on each other, but they kind of move in that way, okay? Two energies synergizing together. And the thing about Jupiter is it's huge. It's the biggest planet in our solar system. And when you get in near its gravity, it's going to pull you in. So this full moon, because the moon is your ruler, is going to be double for you. So what you really want to do is take a good look at things and release. This is no more a time of putting it on the back burner, tanking your emotions, holding them in for another year. Get them out, release. That Jupiter also brings in opportunity, but can it also bring excess? So don't party too much this New Year's Eve, because you're going to be hungover for about a week. I guarantee it. But, embrace this time, okay? Especially the relationship with yourself and others. What's standing in the way of having a good balance with that, with a relationship with yourself and other people? Because they're reflections of each other, If you have a bad relationship with yourself, you're going to experience bad relationships that treat you the way you treat yourself. You see what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. And this full moon gives you an excellent opportunity to release that. But not only that, there's a sense of optimism that you have to embrace. Even though you've been through the ringer in 2025, you have to embrace this new beginning. Yes, of course, it's the 1st of January, but give yourself 3 months to make the improvements that you need to be the changed person that you want to be. Instead of doing it all in 1 month, by the time you get to February, you say, fuck it, you throw it in the fuck it bucket. You know what I mean? So be aware of that. And with that being said, let's get our tarot reading. Let's go to the tarot table and start a reading with our angel numbers. You know how we do, and we do it well. There it is. And it's progress. Look at that. With 6, 7, 8. Focus. You're making progress and advancement towards your goals, Cancer. Stay focused and committed to your journey, knowing that success is within reach. So if you have any kind of word that you're going to sum your year up in 2026, that's going to be progress. And a lot of that. And for some reason, I never do this, but June, July, and August seem where the most progress is going to take place for you. You heard it here first. All right? Excellent. Let's go ahead and move on to a message from our guides. Let's see what we have. And it's going to be a little extra for you, Cancer. You just may be in the partying mood. You may be so locked in to your positive attitude that it's just going to be magnetic, and that's good. Look at that family tree, expansion, legacy. A lot going on in this picture. Maybe that's what you're working on, your relationships with your family, making family more a priority for you this year. Maybe you're expanding your family. Maybe you're ready to. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for a lot of you to settle down, establish roots this year. A lot of messages here, a lot of symbolism. Okay, let's read up on it. This tree represents the lineage of a family, with a baby in swaddling hanging from one branch and a couple standing under another. This signifies an expansion of your family, perhaps through a marriage, the coming of a child, or both. It could also herald an increase in family celebrations or connections with close friends. A reunion, a wedding, or some holiday gathering may be coming up, like the new year. Whether it's a big personal change, such as the birth of a child, or a shared event like a birthday party, let yourself welcome the experience. Embrace a growing sense of family with your friends as well. The love that you bring to each relationship is a part of your energetic legacy now, and for generations to come. So again, the relationship you have with your family is very indicative of how you have that relationship with yourself. And progress and expansion, if a lot of you Cancers are wanting to expand your family, again, the summer months, June, July, and August, are really speaking to me. Ooh, I just saw a flash of light for some of you. Maybe, again, you're trying to expand your family. You want to build your legacy. And it's time to do that. That's beautiful energy. It's time. I keep hearing that message. It's time. And now if some of you don't want to have a family, well, then you got to take preventive measures, but all right, let's get our shadow oracle, if you will, and see what's up for this midweek reset. Hidden desires. The plot thickens. Your deepest desires hold the seeds of your potential, longing, passion, and fulfilled. And look, another symbolism of a tree. Interesting. That's a big message for some of you. Let me know in the comments. Okay? All right, let's get your vibe for this week. Interesting. The tree. Maybe that's a hidden desire. Maybe you want to go to Pandora. I don't know. Maybe you saw the new Fire and Ash movie. I don't know. Maybe you'd rather be living in Pandora. I'd rather be a Navi. I don't think so. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, reversed or not, it doesn't matter. And that is progress. Again, more progress. That's opening up to abundance. It's the Nine of Cups, 6, 7, 8, 9. Follow me on that. You can't make this shit up. I love my job. I absolutely love my job. All right. Ooh, this is incredible. Wow. Oh my God, the family card again. Oh my God, guys. And this is a big deal here. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is beautiful energy, Cancer. Wow, I really hope you're embracing this. You want to talk about progress? It's confirmed here. We have 3 major cards out of the 5. This is a big deal, okay? When I see more majors than anything in a spread, this is telling me that this is no fucking around. This is big progress. But we have the Judgment card starting this off, which tells us that we need to release our judgments from others, from ourselves. Again, this full moon is making you realize that you've got to set yourself free from that. There's some risk involved in this, but the universe is giving you the opportunity and you need to take it. It's time with the Wheel of Fortune. This is beautiful energy to start the year off. And the 10 of Pentacles is legacy. It is strong foundation. It's family. A huge focus on family. Wow. Things even out. New job. If it's not about family, this is about new job. It's about establishing your roots. It almost seems for a lot of you Cancers, you're growing up this year and you're embracing it instead of resisting it. Wow. What a great message. Everybody's readings this week have been uniquely magnificent, in their own way, tailored to your sign. It's incredible. I love it. This is great energy, guys. It's going to involve some risk, and you've got to release the judgments of that and the risk. It won't seem like a risk. It'll seem like a logical solution, the next step. So rest and rejuvenation. Definitely. Putting some things to rest, keeping yourself grounded, and emotionally withdraw from things that no longer serve you. And I think this 2025 has been a year of you doing that. You know what I mean? And now it pays off. Let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. The cards are a little hard to shuffle for you guys. What are you resisting? Wow. The Nine of Cups and the Hangman. Yeah, get out of your stuck attitude. It's time to take a risk. I know that feels better to be pessimistic than to be hopeful, but I'm telling you, open up to it. A lot of you may be changing jobs, maybe even moving your family, something, but this is progress, guys. This is beautiful. And when it comes to relationships, you're no longer stuck. You're opening up to that too, which in turn brings the family. You know what I'm saying? It's wow. All right. Let's get some messages of love for you. Okay. Balance. One person is giving too much to this relationship. Now, I want you to pay attention to the dynamic of these 2 cards because this says one person is giving too much. I want you to pay attention to the Six of Pentacles, which is reciprocating energy. And that's in the hallmark spot of the reading. And that's what you deserve. And if your energy isn't matched, then it doesn't need to be, worked on. Let it go. You need somebody that's going to be on the even level, that loves you as much as you love yourself. And chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. So for some of you, you are going to find that chemistry that is with somebody that can last a long time. Now, I know that sounds sappy, and I know a lot of you are rolling your eyes, but you better open up to it, because that's one of your hidden desires. You may talk it like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have a family. But guess what? At the end of the day, you wish you did. And I think a lot of you are making the progress to do that. I really think so. And things just look like they're balancing out for you this year. Wow. Wow. Let's get what's the vibe. But I really like the way this reading turned out for you. I really do. But what's the vibe will tell us some more stuff. Yeah. But ties, freedom, standing up and awakening. Absolutely. Cutting the ties that bind you. The judgment. Wow. And laughter. Happiness, joy, and healing. That's what you focus on. That is what you focus on, Cancer. And look at all the joy and happiness in this reading. It's fantastic. Let's get a closing message and see what we have for you. You just don't get one, you get two. You get two. And the first one is universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. Seek its guidance. Open up to it. That'll help you kind of gauge where you're going right now. And compassion. And this full moon is teaching you that. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. This is the whole crux of this for this beginning of the year. You have to put in the equal measure of self-love and love for others and opening up to that mutual energy. All right? What a fantastic reading, Cancer. That's going to do it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend posted Fridays at 10 a.m. to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I also go live here Thursdays at 7 p.m. on YouTube, because I go on TikTok on Raise Your Vibration TV. And I do Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Tea and Tarot. We have a blast. I love doing TikTok lives, so check that out. I also love doing the YouTube lives too, because they're two totally different vibes. So check them out. And book your reading in person or online. I have specials for both. Click the link in the description. It'll bring you to your booking page, because it's filling up, kids. So go ahead and book yours. Can't wait to talk to you. Can't wait to see how things are going. So again, Cancer, what a great year. What a great message. Pay attention to that. Swish it around. See how it tastes. And embrace this year, because this is it for you. Congratulations in advance. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. Have a great new year. And Happy New Year. Leo, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading, a very special one, because this is all about the new year, and it's for the dates December 31st, 2025, all the way to January 6th, 2026. So happy New Year, Leo, fellow kings and queens. I hope you are going to make this year yours. All right. So on January 3rd, we are having a full moon in Cancer. And it's also conjunct Jupiter. So this is giving us an extra push to release at this time. And it's especially emotional. Cancer rules emotions. The moon rules emotions. And Jupiter is just expansive and big. And if it gets close and it's in conjunction, which means that these two bodies kind of come together from our point of view on the planet, and that's a blending of energy. And when Jupiter comes close to any luminary or planet, it takes it in its gravity, so it can be an overwhelm. And this is happening in your 12th house. So this is about things going on behind the scenes, can be a little overwhelming. This is a time to release that. there's something in our subconscious that makes us feel overwhelmed, and we don't need to. Okay? We need to release the emotional insecurity that makes us overwhelmed. We can handle anything when we put our mind to it, Leo. You know this. You know what I mean? But this is kind of showing us, it's giving us an opportunity to kind of let go of the negative self-talk that we hold in our subconscious. The 12th house kind of shows us what's going on in the inner workings, in the inner bowels of our mind. Those old computer programs and the old systems that we left in the basement because we upgraded. We thought we upgraded, and we did, but we were not really embracing it because we still got the old equipment running in the basement. You know what I mean? So it's time to clean it out. It's time to get rid of those patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. And when you do this at this time of the year, you are going to flourish, because you're no longer hindered by it. You'll have more energy. And this is changing your routine also, because it's opposite the 6th house. So again, your daily habits. How do you talk to yourself? Do you let things overwhelm? Leos let these dramas play out in their heads, and they're assuming things and all of that. You don't need to. Stop. Everything works out in my favor. That's clearing out the basement right there, because you're shutting down the computers in the basement, hitting the switch. Kind of see that visual, reflect on that visual this week. You know, I'm letting the old programs run. It's time for a defrag. Okay. All right. Let's go to the tarot table. Let's start this. Leo, let's get your angel numbers and see what we have. And there it is. With manifest your dreams, absolutely, Leo, with 4, 5, 6. You have the power to make things happen. It is time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Absolutely. And for some reason, I see April, May, and June being significant months for you this year. That's when you're probably going to see your dreams kind of manifesting there. Absolutely. Fantastic. And congratulations in advance. Remember, you have the powers to make this happen. You have the power. And our message from our guides is number 20, Archangel Phaneal. And it's all about hope, optimism, and new beginnings. Although he doesn't look very hopeful. I don't know, he's very judging. The way that this card is like laying on the table, he's looking at me like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Does not look very hopeful, but this is what this is all about. Is this archangel brings about hope and optimism and holding on to it. Okay, let's go ahead and read up on it. All right, so Archangel Phaneal, the angel of hope, brings the light of the sun. A perfect choice for a Leo. The dawn of a new day and a new beginning. It's a new day. Like the rainbow-lit castle on the card, experiences of great fulfillment are on the horizon for you. Even if you've had disappointments in the past, bright new resolutions and happy outcomes are on the way. This archangel reminds you of the power of hope and optimism. As you consciously choose to release fear and doubt, your peaceful, trusting attitude will connect you with all the things uplifting. The universe is abundant, Leo, filled with amazing potential. And with your optimistic attitude and this angel's powerful presence, a wonderful new opportunity designed just for you is sure to be right around the corner. Wow, that is a beautiful message right there. Hope and optimism for this new year. All right, so let's go ahead and get your shadow work. So again, manifest your dreams by being hopeful and optimistic and opening to new beginnings this year. And not fearing change, but being hopeful and optimistic about it. You're being guided. You know, again, you have the power, Leo. Leo's got the power. Feathered omens. Even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions, self-deceit, illusion, and secret. Yeah, don't deceive yourself. Be optimistic. It's time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that you are guided. So don't believe your illusions. You know what I mean? You've got to be mindful. Oh, the opportunity's passed. You know, oh, I don't know if I have the strength to do it again. You know, I don't think this year it'll happen for me. Well, then there we go. You know what I mean? And pay attention to feathers. Feathers maybe some messages are coming in. Okay? This self-deceit and illusion is definitely releasing that 12th house energy that this full moon is kind of illuminating on, you know? Just because you're facing adversity. Yeah, the Four of Cups shows at the bottom of the deck is my bowls are all empty. That's the self-deceit. It's the illusion that that's it, folks. Womp, 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 womp. But all she's got to do is change her perspective and see that the universe is always slipping her a full bowl in. So her belief that her bowls are empty is flawed. Interesting, right? Okay, let's do it, Leo. What do we have for us this 2026? Oh, yeah, manifesting your dreams and the Magician is here. Excellent. Four of Pentacles, holding back. No more holding back. Especially when it comes to action, taking action. You're not waiting for permission. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're nurturing your dreams. Again, fostering, planting the seeds, creating the reality you want, and something you've been waiting for. The Three of Wands is happening this year. Probably around April, May, or June. You heard it here first. But look at that. Beautiful energy. Look at that. You see how the Magician and the Seven of Pentacles, dude, are basically doing the same thing. Creating the dream, planting the seed. That's what you're doing here. Alchemizing with the Magician, and then giving it the time and attention that it needs so it bears fruit. I fucking love this. And it's going to take some time. I'm telling you, by April, May, or June. You heard it here first. Wow. I love this. Manifest your dreams, and you got the Magician in the middle of this. Wow. Oh, wow, that card almost set a fire. That card almost went ablaze. Yeah, this is the deceit right here. This is that 12th house energy, conflict and defeat. See the candle there? Third eye chakra, keep your vision alive. And look at this. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So no holding back. No holding back with fear and keeping your vision alive. 4, 5, 6. That's how you manifest your dreams. You don't hold back. You move forward with hope and optimism. You release the conflict and defeat that's going on, the feathered omens that's going on, the illusions in your head, and you clear the illusions to keep your vision alive. You keep focused on this with your third eye chakra. Trust your intuition. It's coming. Man, that is fucking beautiful. Everybody's readings have been out of this world, guys. Out of this world. So grateful for it. Because 2026 feels different, doesn't it? Already, we're not even here yet. And it already feels different. Fuck yeah, look at this. Getting out of the illusion of no choice or being stuck, especially when it comes to relationships. Messages coming in about relationships, a new way of looking at them. Walking away from ones that don't even serve you. Fuck yeah. Out, bitch. And the Fool with new beginning. But don't be foolish. Don't hold back. Don't let fear and deceit, self-deceit, ruin your plans here. You see what I'm saying? It's time to keep yourself focused, Leo. Very clear, especially when it comes to relationships. You're no fool. You know what I mean? It's a new relationship here. You're walking away from one and another one comes in. Wow. Okay. Messages of love. Yeah. Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. And from what this looks like, see ya. Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. Now, when you decide that this one no longer serves you and it keeps you stuck in a shitty energy because they're just a fuck of a person, and then you move on to this one, there it is. Okay? Wow. Let's get what's the vibe. So a lot of Leos, single Leos, could be manifesting a soulmate. I don't like to say that word. Okay, so let's say it differently. A lot of Leos could be manifesting this year, if you're single, a person that you would really love to spend time with. Possibly a long-standing relationship. Maybe something that Leos, for some Leos, never really experienced. Not in the way that they should. And I think this year you will be allowing yourself to experience it all. Boundaries, disrespectful, enough is enough, and defend yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't be foolish by letting people overstep them boundaries. You check that motherfucker if they do it. Really. You know what I mean? Disrespectful, enough is enough. Yeah. Yeah. Setting the record straight. There's something bad here that you're leaving in 2025. Good. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Leo. I mean, look at that. No holding back. Don't let relationships hold you back. You know what I mean? Enough is enough. Really. All right. Closing message for you, Leo, is trust. Love that. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. And the universe is guiding you towards your dreams because you are focused on it. You are laser focused on it. And Leo, this is the year. April, May, and June. You heard it here first. So thank you so much for watching, Leo. That's going to do it for your midweek reset tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend posted Fridays at 10 a.m. to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And go ahead and book your reading in person or online. I do both, and I got great specials for both options, in person or online, and you're gonna love it. So go ahead and book yours while you can. Let's go ahead and calibrate ourselves for this new year with a personal reading with me, all right? And don't forget, I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. on YouTube, and I go live on TikTok, on Raise Your Vibration TV on TikTok, Sundays at 10 a.m. Tea and Tarot. And then I go on again at 8 p.m. I love it. I love both platforms. You know, I love the interaction, the live audience. I never thought I'd be doing that, but I'm doing it. So check it out. Come and follow me. All right. That's going to do it, Leo. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year. Virgo, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st, all the way to January 6th, 2026. That's right. Happy New Year, Virgo. And I hope you are already well on your way to a fantastic 2026. So let's talk about this full moon that's happening in Cancer, conjunct Jupiter, which is a big deal. I just want to say that it's going to make the full moon seem a little bit extra, all right? And it's around the New Year's time, so you're already feeling that energy around New Year's Eve, and it's building, you know? So if you're going to imbibe, I would suggest taking it easy. And Virgo, this full moon is highlighting your 11th house of your hopes, dreams, and wishes. Unleash them. Let go of any self-doubt that you have that you cannot achieve this year. You've got to release all fear, doubt, and worry, because you are on a path here to really make your dreams come true. And I know that this sounds over positive, so if that seems like that to you, then it doesn't resonate, but enjoy your shitty year. You know what I mean? But you have to come into this feeling good, releasing a lot of emotions that you no longer need. You know what I'm saying? And with the 11th house, this also is bringing in an opportunity for a group of people. Okay, maybe finding your vibe tribe, maybe coming out of your hermit mode and opening up to some new relationships, especially friends, groups, that kind of thing. All right, Virgo? So again, it can be a little extra. You know, it may be a little overwhelming for you emotionally, but I want you to go ahead and regulate that, especially what you expect from other people too. Okay, kind of quell that. Not lower your expectations. I shouldn't say that. Don't put so many expectations on how people are going to react. You know what I'm saying? I just feel that for you. So let's go over to the tarot table and start our reading by getting our angel numbers first. So let's do it. What do we have for okay. We're not going to do all those. All right, self-love, yes, with 676. What a beautiful, kind of looks like Stevie Nicks. In the velvet. 676, prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. Is Gypsy going through anybody's head right now? Because it's like loud in my head. You see, you're a gypsy. Self-love, Virgo. Love Fleetwood Mac. Lightning strikes. Maybe once, maybe twice. Energy and Spirit Oracle. Let's get it from our guides. Oh. You know what? I got to take the one that made me rolled the dice over there. That's weird. All right, and it's number 18, Prophets and Ancient Seers. Ooh. With decisions and predictive guidance. Oh. That's probably a cue to book a reading with me. You can do that in line or in person. I'm flexible. Okay. So let's go ahead and read that. Number 18. Prophets and Ancient Seers. Wow. All right. Although the prophets of ancient societies are also ascended masters and bring equally profound guidance, they carry with them a slightly different energy. Their messages are often predictive, revealing future potentials and offering advice on how to achieve the outcomes desired. The Ancient Seers are a powerful group that spans the length of history. They include biblical prophets like Isaiah and Daniel, the Greek Pythia, the Oracle of Delphi, and other lesser-known soothsayers of Western Europe, from the Druid high priests and priestesses to the English prophetess Mother Shipton and the French astrologer Nostradamus. These brilliant prophets were all about to see future events and answer questions that were put to them. They are here to do the same for you, Virgo. Invoke their presence in meditation or when falling asleep. This card reveals that they are near, ready to guide you in the right direction and bring your desired outcome to you. So, pay attention when you have to make decisions on where this is leading you. Okay? Very profound. I like that. That means that this ancient energy, this power, is helping you make these decisions, okay? And you also need to prioritize your well-being. So let's get our shadow work, Oracle. You know I love these cards. Seems like the wind stopped out there. We're supposed to have a winter storm from now. It's 3:19 p.m. on Monday, all the way to fucking Friday. I mean, what? All right, wounded healer. The wound is the place where light enters you. So this is about having empathy. This is doing some healing and having a purpose and getting your purpose back. Wow, I really like that. And again, it starts with self-love. You may meet somebody, single Virgos, that shares this transformation with you, and you go through it together. And this picture of these pine trees, that wooded area really is sticking out to me. So you might meet somebody in that kind of setting. I know that that's really out of the norm of what I pay attention to, but sometimes symbols or something in the picture really pull me into this. And now that I'm thinking about it, this kind of has like a Stevie Nicks White Witch kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you Virgos are into that, but I don't know. It just feels like that. Maybe once, maybe twice. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups. Wow. That's what you need to focus on this year. Happiness. Everything working out as it should. Almost predicting your own future. You know? And making a decision. That's really going to change everything for you this year. And I see September being a big month for you. All right, let's see this. Lots of Leo energy here. Yeah, it's time. The devil is don't be tempted to be indecisive again this year. I'm saying again this year. Release your burdens. Yeah, this is great energy. Look what happens when you release. When you release your burdens. You're strong enough, and the sun. Leo energy here. Virgo, yeah, you could meet a Leo. I have a triple Virgo best girlfriend, and I'm a Leo, she's a Virgo, triple Virgo, I should say. Imagine that. And there's a huge Leo influence here. So this is, you know, getting out of an indecisiveness and a dark kind of energy for this year and moving on more into a strengthening and empowered. The sun is a very positive card, even if it comes upside down. It's still a very positive card. This says this year, shine as brightly as possible. Release your burdens, and the strength that comes through self-love will just propel you this year. Okay? Take it from the prophets and seers. All right, so let's look at relationships. Oh, no. We gotta get oracles. What the hell? I'm ready to jump right into the relationship stuff. You know, because you're getting out of this indecisive, maybe 2025 brought a lot of indecisiveness here. But I'm going to tell you something, it's all in how you look at it. And you just claim success this year. Again, you're slaying the devil. But you need to be patient. It can't be today. And focus on victory and success, yeah. And partnerships too. So again, maybe relationships are very important for you at this time. Again, the full moon is happening in your 11th house. So this is kind of like making a decision with a group of people, something like that, all right? Maybe you're moving on from a group of people and finding a better group, you know? All right, so relationship-wise, yeah, this looks good. After much toil and trouble, a lot of things going on. Where are you putting your focus on? It's time to no longer hold back. You got your heart center closed off, Virgo, so you're being called out on that, but this is great energy. This is great energy. The empowerment and the temperance card, you got that again. So what this is saying is empower yourself. And the temperance card is like, be patient with your process this year. Go with the flow. Trust your intuition. There's a lot of water involved in this. So again, intuition and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, someone coming together. I'm telling you, single Virgos. And you know what? I've been saying that for a while. Even for 2025. So maybe this is the year that you open up to it. Good for you. I'm going to tell you something, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right. Messages of love, just one card, regret. That's enough. Someone feels remorse for the way that they treated you. Okay. Maybe they're holding back from that. Maybe you feel the same way. There's, some reconciling going on here this year too. All right, let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. What do we have for Virgo? Ooh. Daydreaming. Yeah. Head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. That full moon is taking place in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. And so again, the head in the clouds and the delusion is kind of like be more concrete, bring those down to earth, more practical. Ones that you can reach instead of these huge expectations you put on yourself and they don't deliver and you feel defeated. Okay? So maybe that's the lesson you're learning here, is that you regret the way that you treated yourself. Okay? Gold, y'all. Gold. So, let's get a closing message for you, Virgo. This has been incredible. I hope you liked it too. All right. And we have inspiration. Inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. So Virgo, there could be you finally maybe opening up a business, maybe starting a business, partnering with somebody, something like that. But it's all around you. Open up to the light. You know what I mean? Allow you to be inspired this year. That's what I see. Inspiration. Again, daydreaming, making your dreams a reality this year. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I do it? That's where the inspiration comes in. That's when you say to your angels, all right, I'm going to make the decision to leave it in your hands, universe. 2026, I'm trusting you to take the wheel. And they will. The universe will. And it will respond in kind. When you stop the resistance, everything that you want will come to you. Trust me on that, Virgo. All right, that is going to do it for this midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend, Friday, 10 a.m. gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. Don't forget, Thursdays, I go live at 7 p.m. I should probably do that in reverse, but yeah. So we go live on YouTube at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. We're going to be doing a whole New Year's thing. We're probably going to do a collective reading for 2026. We're going to talk about the astrology of 2026, some of the big stuff that's going to help change and shape our year. And we're also going to do it for every sign too. So join us Thursday at 7 p.m. And also follow me on TikTok, Raise Your Vibration TV, of course. And I go live there on Sundays at 10 a.m. for Tea and Tarot. We have a great time. And then I have such a great live on Sunday mornings that I do it again at 8 p.m. on TikTok. So if you miss it in the morning, you can catch me at night, and it's a blast. So come and join us. I implore you to. It's fantastic. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments. Open up to inspiration and love and all those things you deserve, because they are attainable. So that's going to do it. Thank you all. Happy New Year. I love you. Libra, this is your midweek reset tarot reading. This is going to be for December 31st all the way to January 6th, 2026. So you made it, Libra. I hope you're already on your way to a good new year with a positive attitude, letting things go and surrendering to the universe. That's all you need to do walking into 2026. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's the best for me. There we are. This full moon that's happening on the 3rd, though, the first full moon of the year, is happening in Cancer, a water sign, and it's conjunct Jupiter, so it's going to be expansive. It's going to be big. Our emotions are going to be maybe a little extra. Full moons are always a little extra, but it's a great time to release. It also brings things to a head. We already, if you check that out in the cosmic weather part, go ahead and check that out. But it's going to happen in your 10th house. So it's bringing things to light about how you view the world, what you want to do, what kind of legacy are you going to leave behind. It could also be showing you focusing on work and finding that balance there. And releasing any emotional issues, because Cancer has the emotions. It's a water sign. And when you add Jupiter to it, it just expands the whole situation. So we may be trying to find a balance between work and home also, because the 10th house is opposite the 4th. And because the full moon is happening in your 10th, there may be a focus and a balance on that. So just be aware of that, okay? But yeah, other than that, It's a new year, baby. So let's go to the tarot table and start with your angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. Again, Happy New Year. Let's make it a good one. Okay. Angel numbers. Wow. 210. With starting over. You are presented with the opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. That is fantastic. And I'll tell you why. Because this is your chance to do this. And your attitude is going to be determined on this. And regret, shoulda, woulda, coulda, that kind of stuff needs to be released. So let's see how that transpires in the rest of your reading. All right, so let's go ahead and check that out. Now, let's move on and get a message from your guides. So this year, 2026, you're starting over. 210. 210, maybe 210, the date, February 10th, may mean something to you. Or if you want to know about, what months would probably be significant, it would probably be February and October for this year. All right, so let's get a message from your guides. Which one? You got to give me one card, Libra. Your guides are trying to give me multiple cards, and we ask for one card. There it is. Thank you so much. All right, and it's past life guides with number 7. Karmic lessons, present assistance. So let's go on and see what is going on for you, Libra, with your message from your guides. It looks like they're all ready and standing, waiting for your command, I should say. All right, your soul moves from lifetime to lifetime, and great bonds are forged in families and during such shared experiences as love, gain, and loss. This card indicates the presence of past life guides, people you connected with long ago who want to assist you with your karmic lessons now. That's what the 7 is, that spiritual overtone to it. Some have very specific intentions that actually rekindle their previous influence. For example, a husband from a past life could help bring a new husband to you in this life. A business partner from a previous incarnation may aid you in professional decisions now. Someone who was once your spiritual teacher may be currently giving you guidance or leading you to an important new practice. So, if you have present questions, ask your past life guides to bring the understanding you need. You may even get a sense of past events and understand their relevance in a current situation. If you're trying to manifest love, healing, or financial success, invite the assistance of your caring past life connections who are with you still and have more power than you think. Wow. So you've got help in starting over here. So you can move into this new era of yours with much more confidence and stability, knowing that you are being guided and led. Fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and get our shadow work oracle. You know I love these. Because it's good work, it's very good work. All right, Libra, let's get it. Which one? This one. Okay. Making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self-discovery. Wow, this is a new beginning here. That almost reminds me of the Fool card. Standing at the precipice, got to make a decision. Yeah, profound, genuine, and taking a risk. It is risky for making peace, especially with yourself. Again, the past life karmic thing, that is a big undertone in this. We might be releasing some karmic issues. In fact, we're ending a 9-year cycle with 2025. So it makes perfect sense. In Libra, this may be, more prevalent in your life than others. You know what I'm saying? So that's fantastic. But make peace with the past. Again, fresh starts. But you gotta release regrets and embrace the present moment. That's all you need to do. See, there could be a focus on you, Libra, with the past also. So maybe we need to let that go. The Lover's card underneath the deck is maybe that's what you need to make peace with and start over, is new relationships. You know, very interesting. And you have the assistance to do that too, Libra. So, wow, this message is coming out clear. Now, these 3 cards are out and these 2 are face down. And in my practice, when the one card is face up, it wants us to put a focus on that first. And this is plant those seeds. This is the new year. And I think that when you do this, again, another 7, so pay attention to the messages here, is when you nurture those intentions that you have, they bring in what you desire. So no more holding back, especially when it comes to communication, closing out the doors of that. And the Knight of Swords also shows a need to move towards clarity, moving towards that goal, karma free. And I think for a lot of you this year, you could be reaping the rewards of clearing out some karma finally. But this is definitely no longer holding back. And again, having the courage and putting the time and effort to starting over the right way. This is beautiful. I'm telling you. Wow. So maybe 2025 was difficult. Wow, that one flew right across the room. It just sailed right over everything. Let me go grab that really quick. We got the base chakra here. So this is survival instincts. Maybe that's why you're holding back. Being defensive, maybe because of past life relationships, you come in to other relationships with a holding back attitude, with a defensive attitude. Prosperity begins here. So again, be confident and know that there's new beginnings here. I mean, this could be a new job for you, a new career path also. Again, you have the help available to you. This is really positive, guys. Really positive. Because it's really not calling you out on your shit. You already know, because you're dealing with that karmic stuff right now, and you're closing that cycle and starting over. That's incredible. Let's look at relationships. Let's see how they're gonna come out. Now, again, these cards are all face down except for this card, Justice card. Focus on things. Again, this is the karmic stuff. You're dealing with some karmic stuff here, and it's about to really pay off. The 7 of Cups. You got to make a decision. You're confused about what you want to do. You're holding back your dream. Okay? And I'm actually going to put 7s on the board because you got 7, 7, 7 here. So I'm going to do that for you. And look, it's spiritual lesson, luck and enlightenment. So you're walking into 2026, man. Just, you've learned, maybe some of you have learned that spiritual lesson. Maybe some of you are. Don't be afraid of it. You're coming out with a new skill in this, a new way to handle relationships. Maybe building the relationship with yourself. The Queen of Cups is a very nurturing energy. You could be attracting somebody into your life who is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. All right, so let's get some messages of love for you and see how this is and what else. I mean, that's a lot of info for this first year, first week of the year, I should say. Okay, interesting. I like this. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. That's what you need. That's where this is going. The instability stabilizes. You know what I'm saying? And protected. You are safe and divinely guided. That's a big message for you this midweek, the start of this new year, is don't fear it. You are being guided. I know it seems like it's ridiculous, but trust me. Do I get a plug for this, Tim Hortons? You put something in that coffee, motherfuckers, because I can't do without it. But anyway, you're protected. The base chakra shows that. Your safety almost feels threatened, I want you to keep saying, I am safe and divinely guided. The earth supports me. The universe guides me. That's beautiful. All right, let's get, what's the vibe? Big messages here about being protected and making peace with your past. And wow, it's just, what a great message, guys. What a great message. And I hope it resonates with you. And you do need to change you need to choose on where you're going this year. Antisocial, in your feelings, silent treatment, left out. Well, I'm going to look at it this way. Okay? This is the message I'm getting for you. Is that it's okay to go dark. You're a social sign. You do like your people. But right now, you are your people. You need you. And I think maybe at the beginning of this week, you're doing some introspection, and figuring it out and coming to balance with your life by coming to terms with your past. I get that feeling, and it's good because it's putting you forward. You know what I mean? And you taking a break. See, you need to get out of your feelings and give yourself a break. Stop fucking putting yourself out of balance. You're making your energy very confused, and we don't want to do it this way. And we're getting our ending message right now, and I just want you to know that our opening message was starting over. Okay? Opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. This is your closing message. Rebirth. Every end is a new beginning. You have to believe that going into 2026, Libra. You have to. So make sure that you do. All right? What a fantastic reading. You may think it's a little too much, but really think about it. When you sit with this for a little bit, really think about it and get yourself right for the new year. Really, it's more possible than you believe. Okay, so that is going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. here, and I also go live on TikTok on Sundays, 10 a.m. We do tea and tarot, and it's great. I like going live for both. And the whole theme this week is going to be about getting some guidance for this new year and this energy. So watch these all in succession, join the live or the replay, and get that guidance for yourself, Libra. It's going to be gold, and you're going to be able to achieve a lot this year. A lot of eye-opening stuff right as you start the new year. So be open to it. Surrender, okay? All right, and don't forget, the freaking weekend's posted on Fridays. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And don't forget, schedule your personal reading. These are general. So if you like your general reading, just imagine what your personal reading would be. And I do them in person if you're available in the Western New York area. Fredonia, New York is where I'm located. And I'm available across the globe online. So, I've got great specials going on for the new year too, so check those out. Link is in the description, my link tree, all of that. So go ahead and walk into 2026 with balance, with stability, and ready to start over. All right, Libra, happy new year. I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend. Scorpio, happy new year. This is your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st, all the way to January 6th. 2026. So again, hope you're already on your way and getting excited for this new year. But I don't want you to freak out thinking you got to do it all in the first week. You give yourself 3 months to the spring equinox. You got 3 months to really change your habits, the way that you think. That's what I want you to focus on, okay? This full moon is happening on the 3rd, our first full moon of the year, and it's happening in the sign of Cancer, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter. That is big. Jupiter is big, and anything close to Jupiter's gravity gets pulled in. There's no way. It's the way it is. This full moon is bringing light to things in the 9th house, your way of thinking, where you're going this year. How are you going to get there with a positive attitude? Your beliefs and all of that need to change. There's going to be a huge focus right out of the gate in spirituality. Embrace that. Faith, hope, love, all of those things. Learning new meditative techniques or healing or anything like that. Learning in general. Maybe going back to school. And there's a heavy influence of traveling coming up. So be aware of that. Okay. So with this full moon, it's in your 9th house and it's all about our beliefs. Let's walk into 2026 with different beliefs. Let's start working on that because it's going to take 3 months for you to see some concrete results. I'm being honest with you. But 3 months, 1 month, you can make a change. 2 months, you'll start to feel different. 3 months, you will not believe who you are. We're all going to meet back together at the spring equinox, and we're all going to be like, wow. I'm telling you, mark my words. You heard it here first, all right? So don't feel like you got to rush into, we're all not still leaving our baggage already at the doorstep today, December 31st. We're not. So give yourself some grace. This is just the start of the calendar. That's all this is, okay? Let's go to the start of spring. Remember, we're in the winter solstice phase. This is when we don't take action. This is when we reflect, okay? And we build the fertile ground. We nurture the fertile ground in order to plant our seeds. But you give yourself 3 months and you are going to be amazed at how much you have changed instead of trying to do it in the first week of fucking January. And then your resolutions go to shit by February. Give yourself a fucking break, all right? Let's go to the tarot table. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start with our angel numbers. First reading of the new year for you. I love it. Ooh, there we go. Self-care, 7, 8, 9. July, August, and September. You watch. Practice self-care. Ensure you're getting enough rest and engaging in activities that bring joy into your life. That's right. You do things that bring joy to your life. If you're doing things that don't bring joy to your life, you should stop doing those immediately. Okay? But I'm getting the feeling of the summer is going to be a great time for you. So pay attention to that. All right, let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. I don't know if I've ever gotten this card. Number 15, Archangel Haniel. Joy, blessings, and intuition. Now, we've already gotten 2 messages here, and they both center on joy. Okay? Let's read up on it. So, Scorpio. Haniel, the Archangel of Joy, is looking on with utter bliss as a chick hatches in the shining sun. This card heralds the coming of wonderfully joyous and intuitive time for you. This may take the form of many everyday blessings that awaken your happiness and appreciation, or it could arrive in significant experiences such as an exciting vacation or celebration. Remember, I said traveling. Okay? Nice. We could all use one of those. Haniel reminds you that you always have a great capacity to perceive joy throughout your daily life. This blissful approach creates an energetic pipeline to divine consciousness, which increases the flow of blessings and heightens intuition. Call on Haniel to help you experience unlimited inner joy. Haniel. Oh God. Choose to focus on your happy blessings and you'll experience ever-expanding bliss and intuitive sparks every day. So this is just, okay, Scorpio, if you want to give your year already a motto, we're only 5 minutes and 36 seconds into this. It's follow your bliss. Be joyful. Let's get your shadow work. Let's see what's stopping you from enjoying your life and following your bliss. And there's a huge message about intuition here, too. So, let's get shadow work. Seductive allure. Uh-oh. Instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Craving, promises, hidden. So this is almost like, the dark side of the force is easier. It's seductive. When focusing on the light side of the force, it takes discipline, positive attitude, always looking at the light, but understanding and honoring the dark also. However, this is because you want add water and stir. You're not putting the time and effort to it. You want to skip steps, and the universe doesn't skip steps. The seed that finally leaves the plant and flies through the air doesn't bloom while it's in the air. It's got to settle finally. It's got to get the right ingredients to go ahead and nestle into the ground. And then it gestates. We are in a period of gestation right now. Add water and stir always tastes like shit. So don't go and do things. That's where I think your intuition has to come into play with this. Because you want it so bad, you're going to move hastily to it when you should honor every day. So this is more like a message of staying present. Stop longing for the future. I'll be happy when. You be happy now, God damn it. And justice, the justice card. Yeah, things are going to even out. Bottom of the deck. This is a year of things finally balancing out. Fantastic. But you have to focus on it. Wow. All right, how do we do this? Yep. Wow. Okay, yeah. Yep, Queen of Cups, trust your intuition. Telling you. Wow. All right. Okay, this is what we got. Five of Pentacles, fear of failure. That's what's stopping you. Trust your intuition. The moon is also saying trust your intuition, but you're so emotionally involved in it. Again, this seductive allure. I want it now. The Four of Cups is saying I'll never get it. So your messages to the universe are mixed. The opportunity hasn't passed you by. You haven't aligned to it yet. Trust your intuition with the Queen of Cups. Huge focus on intuition. Let intuition guide you. Knight of Swords. Take action. Especially when it comes to your thoughts. Page of Pentacles. There's an opportunity here. You're being given the seed. Here it is. So nurture it. See what I'm saying? It's going to take some time. Only put your time and focus into things that are going to pay off. Follow me on that? Wow. But your fear of failure and uncertainty and, I want it now is keeping you right there. Five of Pentacles energy. We've got to switch our mindset. Remember, this full moon is bringing to light that our attitudes and our beliefs are really fucking shit up. And we have to realize it. You got 3 months to take care of it. Do it. Okay? Find out in your solitude. Wow. Your solitude. Disruption. Yeah. This causes disruption. You're too much in your head. You're moving on from that. You're coming out of the dark into the light. Again, focusing on the light. I wouldn't have brought that up if it wasn't part of the theme here. And there's no more of the waiting game. It's happening. Start making plans. Again, you see the roots, the tree. You see what I'm saying, guys? You got to really believe right now. That's important. And it's time. No more waiting. What are you waiting for? Let's look at relationships. Let's see. All right. Want me to focus on King of Pentacles, stability. Maybe meeting somebody mature. Maybe you're maturing in relationships. Again, you're doing a lot of processing here. Yeah, look at that. Lots of male energy. The Emperor. Being confident, making moves, again, in your relationships and not being stuck. Again, the Hangman shows perspective, and you need some. Okay? And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So relationships look good this year. More solid, stable. You just needed... I don't think you're recognizing these relationships because you're not looking in that direction. You know what I mean? You open yourself up to relationships. A lot of you Scorpios are not going to be single for very long if you are. Okay? You heard it here first. Messages of love. And there they are. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. That's right. So make it. Everything in this reading is showing indications that you have to make the move. So don't sit there and go, come on, universe, where is it? You have to believe it's on its way to you. You have to make moves. You just can't sit there and wait. And for a lot of you, new love, just like I said, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. And this could be, again, couples leveling up, getting out of stagnancy. That's great. It could also be, second honeymoon, like second renewing your vows or something like that. Or rekindling a relationship too. Again, what you put your focus on determines your reality. Let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. All right, interesting. But your relationship with yourself is, of the utmost importance this year. So, maybe dealing with some karma, third parties, haters, lessons learned. Yes. I know what that's like. But we got to learn the lessons, you know? This is all you have to do. Don't focus on that. This is what you do. Hopeful. You get inspired. You stay optimistic. And you only focus on success. That's it. That is it. You are not required to do anything else. You are not required to sit there freaking out, wringing your hands, going who, what, where, when, or how. That's not your job. Your job is to see yourself in the position you want to be in and know that you deserve it. And put the feeling of what it would be like to have what you want. I'm telling you, Scorpio, it's the year for you. Let's go and get a closing message for you. So this has been great. It's a blissful year. It's finally getting over your shit. And the next 3 months, make sure you do that. Now, we started with self-care. Practice self-care, ensure you're getting enough rest and engaging in activities that bring you joy into your life. And we're closing this first message of the year for you with self-love. Self-love is the foundation of all love. And that is where it's at. You love yourself as much as you know what I mean? Like, it's time to double down on you. You are your biggest and best investment. You can double down on that shit. Stop placing large bets on people that'll always lose. You know what I mean? You're the winner. It's rigged in your favor. Okay? So, with that being said, that's going to do it for your midweek reset tarot reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I go live here on YouTube Thursdays at 7 p.m. And this whole week is going to be themes and collective energy and card pulling. We're going to get some information that we can build almost a library for the new year, starting with this midweek reset, going on to the Friday live and the freaking weekend and all of that. So once we have that all together with all these messages, it's incredible, okay? So I'm also going live on TikTok at Raise Your Vibration TV on TikTok. Sundays at 10 a.m. We do tea and tarot. Excellent time. Come join us on the community there also. I love More than one community, of course, but we're all one tribe, aren't we? And I also go live at 8 p.m. on Sundays too. So I love going live. So join us, okay? It's a ball. And don't forget the freaking weekend, Fridays at 10 a.m. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I have great specials and availability for in-person and online readings. Go ahead and click the link in the description and it will tell you a lot more. So book yours now. They're filling up. It's great. So Scorpio, that is the first blush for 2026. Pay attention to the messages here, the coincidences, the numbers, all of it. And really walk into this year knowing that you are going to get everything you want because you are finally aligning to it. Okay? So, thank you so much for watching. I love you all and Happy New Year. Sagittarius, welcome. Happy New Year. This is your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st, all the way to January 6th, 2026. Happy New Year, guys. We're here. This is the first midweek reset for the year. So we're going to discuss a lot. And the theme for this reading is going to be, how is this going to start out? How is the energy going to play out? And I'm going to have that theme throughout everything, like our lives on Thursday at 7 p.m. Join me. We're going to get some more insight into the year. And then we have the freaking weekend. I'm going to talk extensively about that. That's Fridays at 10 a.m. So make sure you check that out. And I'm also going live now on TikTok regularly. And I'm on there Sundays, 10 a.m. That's Tea and Tarot. And Sunday at 8 p.m. also at night. I love it. I love going live here on YouTube and on TikTok. So go ahead and follow me there. And again, we're adding up all insights. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, you get almost a week of advice going into this new year. And that's the way it always is here at Raise Your Vibration TV. But I mean, 2026 is going to be a banger for us. We're starting off this new year with a full moon on the 3rd, and it's in the sign of Cancer. And this is going to be in your sign of your house of the 8th house, which is healing. So 2026 is a great time to do some healing. And you may experience alternative forms of healing also, being open to those. Maybe some of you are learning that. Maybe you're putting out the intention that that's what you want to do in 2026. Maybe you want to do Reiki. Maybe you want to work with energy. Reiki is energy. But different practices like tarot or astrology or anything like that. All right? It's opening your mind, you know. It also has to do with paying off debt too. So if you are in a little bit of financial difficulty, you working on your abundance and prosperity pays off. It could also mean inheritances and stuff like that. The 8th house is chock full of everything. I mean, it's sex, death, and taxes. But when I look at it, it's more healing. So look at this full moon bringing things to your attention that need your healing. Okay? So be aware of that. Let's go to the tarot table and start our first reading for 2026, Sagittarius. I hope you're excited. Let's get our angel numbers. All right. Boom. There they are. Wow. And it's 232 with trust. Love the graphics on that. Trust in yourself and the universe, Sagittarius. Have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. What great words to get at the beginning of the year. Let me say that again for you. This year, Sagittarius, trust in yourself and the universe. You have to have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Everything is working out in my favor. I trust the universe. There's your mantra. Everything is working out in my favor, and I trust the universe and its divine guidance. Everything is unfolding for me as it should. Beautiful. We can end the reading right now, you know, but that's not what we're doing. We're getting more. So let's get a message from your guides, and it flipped over right there. And it's number 18 with prophets and ancient seers, decisions and predictive guidance. Again, this is that 8th house influence of tapping into that kind of stuff, you know? So again, you may be also like inviting like high form of guidance from your archangels or anything like that. So let's read up on this, okay? Although the prophets of ancient societies are also ascended masters and bring equally profound guidance, they carry with them a slightly different energy. Their messages are often predictive, revealing future potentials and offering advice on how to achieve the outcome desired. The ancient seers are a powerful group that spans the length of history. They include biblical prophets like Isaiah and Daniel, the Greek Pythia, the Oracle of Delphi, and other lesser-known soothsayers of Western Europe, from the Druid high priests and priestesses to the English prophetess Mother Shipton and the French astrologer Nostradamus. These brilliant prophets were all able to see future events and answer questions that were put to them. They are here for you to do the same. Invoke their presence in meditation or when falling asleep, because this card reveals that they are near and ready to guide you in the right direction and bring you your desired outcome to you. Wow. So again, trusting the messages you're getting, the intuitive flashes you receive, again, all 8th house stuff. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get our shadow work. These readings this week, and I say that almost every week, but because it has a new year tone to it, oh my God, they're incredible. They're incredible. Every sign has gotten really good, concrete, no fluff advice. I love it. Which one? The one on the bottom. You sure? Yeah. Okay. And your shadow work is jumbled thoughts. The mind can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. So there may be some confusion you need to work with, letting go of anxiety and stop from escaping. You know what I mean? It's time to heal yourself of that. And trust. Again, the big word for you this year is trust. So let's get the vibe. Wow, that's incredible. Good for you. All right, Sag, let's get these cards ready for you and see what we have for this midweek reset, the first one of the year. Happy New Year to you. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. It's not right side up, but that doesn't mean anything when I'm showing you the bottom of the deck. What this shows is an opportunity here. And the other card is the Devil, which is saying don't be tempted to turn your back on an opportunity here, okay? But this looks like opportunity. Maybe more money, a new job, something like that, okay? So let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, there it is. Okay. All right, so 2025 was a dumpster fire, okay? 9 of Wands is showing that you're resilient. You can do this. You're on your path. Trust. But what it also says is now take down the walls. You put up a line of defense here because of what's happened that needs to come down. I think that's part of the healing process for you in 2026. So understand that. And then we have the Magician and the 6 of Pentacles, which clearly shows that what are you focusing on? Be aware, enough of the jumbled thoughts, because the mind can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. And what that means is where you put your attention, where your attention goes, energy flows. Okay? But the Magician creates reality based off of resilience, not defensiveness and fear. You see what I'm saying? The 6 of Pentacles is focusing on, first of all, this is 2 messages for you. The universe says, open your hand and I'll fill it. Trust it, especially with money. And, you know, you see the infinite 8 here, and these are all 8th house issues. Pay attention, okay? But it also says you deserve reciprocating energy. So what you give is what you get. So be aware of that, okay? Gold. Absolute gold. Every reading has been absolute gold this week. So go ahead and check out your sun, moon, and rising. You know, your Sagittarius sun and got other signs rising and moon sign. Go read those, go watch those too, you know? And wow, does that even build the puzzle with more pieces, you know? brings a lot more clarity. All right, so all these oracles are face down except for this one, and it's trapped in fear. The number 8. Wow, just movements, choices, and decisions. Yeah, it's moving out of this. It's choosing better. It's the Ace of Wands. That's beautiful, passion ignited, a new opportunity here, and recognition and reward, something you've been working on. Wow. Incredible. Let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on with that. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, trapped in fear. You got to decide to move out of that. You know what I mean? Page of Swords. The World wants to come out. Completing a cycle with relationships here. Oh yeah, you're putting a lot of stuff to rest. Maybe negative attitudes, all of that. Maybe just getting some rest with the Four of Swords. The Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords almost shows like a maturing for you in relationships, but this could also mean a relationship coming to you that might be an age difference. I get that message too. Normally I don't point that stuff out unless the message just flows out of my mouth. So there it is. So that may be relevant for some of you. But the Page of Swords brings in a new way to communicate. So you could be finally putting something to rest here, and it completes a cycle. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, one of the fixed signs. But I think it pays off. I think when you finally put this to rest, or whatever this is, you can move forward in your relationships. Also, maybe traveling. Yeah. Relationships are all about communication for you now. And maybe not communicating with... I'm getting a few people around you that are just assholes. You know what I mean? Don't put your focus on them this year. Unplug. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So maybe that's what we need to heal too, is that we need to have a balance. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that. Let's get, what's the vibe? It's okay to have reciprocating energy. If you must have as much downtime as you have work time. Think about that. And here's another message reinforcing that. Recharge. Breathe, let go, clear your mind. Everybody needs to take a breath. You know, think about that. This year, allow yourself the grace and the permission to take a break when you need it. Okay? Let's get a closing message for you. And see. Yeah, so healing is huge for you this year. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Rebirth. Every end is a new beginning. What a great way to end your first midweek reset reading for the year. I mean, really pay attention to the messages that are being told to you. You know what I mean? And really embrace them and trust them. That's the thing you got to do this year, Sag, is trust. Okay? So I hope that helps. I hope you have a wonderful, prosperous, and healthy new year. I'll be with you every step of the way, I promise. All right? So don't forget, I'm doing in-person and online readings available to you, and I got great specials for the year too. Check those out. Book yours now. Link in the description. Okay? So everybody, thank you so much for watching. We're going through another year with this, and it only gets better, and we're in it together. Okay, so trust. All right, Sag, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year. Capricorn, Happy New Year. It is your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st, all the way to January 6th of 2026. So we are here. We made it. Happy New Year. We are going to get the vibe for the beginning of this year, and we're starting with our full moon that's happening on January 3rd, and it's happening in the sign of Cancer. And it's a big deal. And this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So this focus for our first full moon of the year is relationships and how you relate to them emotionally, because The moon is in Cancer and it's conjunct Jupiter, which is a big pull. It makes the emotions even more, you know what I mean? And when it's in the house of relationships, it puts a spotlight on the public. It also is a balance between your relationships and the relationship with yourself also. So there's a big focus right out of the gate into 2026 about how we're going in with our relationships, with ourselves, with other people. Are we right? You know, are we going into this year karma free? All of that, you know what I mean? So with that being said, and again, Jupiter makes things overblown, you know, so be aware of that. It's also a time to kind of not let your emotions guide bad decisions, you know what I mean? And it happens, we get emotionally involved and boom, you know, there it is. It's all blown up. Like, what happened? So let's go to the tarot table and go ahead and start our reading for you for this first year. Happy New Year. Let's do it. Let's get our angel numbers. Okay. Boom. And look at that with 919. Beautiful. New beginnings. You're ready to start a new chapter of your life. Be open to meeting new people. Again, the full moon is all about relationships, being out in the public, meeting new people. Fantastic. I love that. So focus on that. All right, let's get there it is. Let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle, and it's number 19. With letting go of urgency. Let's connect the dots here with the 19, the 919. Pay attention, okay? And it's letting go of urgency. So I want you to really take in the visual of this card. See the clocks, calendar, post-it notes. You know, let's go ahead and read up on it. Shall we? Let's do it. Number 19. All right, this card shows a man running out of a room filled with clocks and calendars. He has notes to himself, and the air of urgency pervades the room. Through all of this frantic expectation, a tree has grown into the room, and he has attached clocks to it as well. Pretty cool. You've become immersed in tasks and obligations, losing your self-priority and peace of mind in the process. But it's time to let go of the urgency and overwhelming demands. Surrender control and the need to stay on top of everything. Capricorn, this is so you. You know what I mean? Start focusing on your own life, the tree growing in the room. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your own self-care, you'll actually make it easier to get things done. Perfect. So this year, let go of the urgency. Maybe you're trying to force these beginnings and meeting new people when you're not really aligned to it yet, and that's all right. But the universe is telling you for this year, surrender, and time constraints add nothing but delay. You follow me on that? Okay. Let's get our shadow work for this year. Yeah, I'm counting this midweek reset as like, see what's going on, the feel for the year. Why not? You know? Deception. You need to work on that. A slippery slope erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity. So this is about integrity, transparency, and trust. And again, it goes with that full moon of fostering connections. Honesty fosters connections and being authentic and not fucking, settling on your integrity or anything like that. So don't let, and the deception can be other people, of course, but it could also be you. The self-deception on the time constraints, that kind of thing. So again, it's shedding that could be holding you back, I mean, are you attracting relationships that you can trust? Do you trust the people you have around you? Are they completely transparent with you? You see what I'm saying? Could be also that. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I think the Queen of Swords needs to be in the outcome section. Okay. So let's work on this, because this is where it all goes tits up. 5 of Pentacles is fear of failure. You got to get out of this. You've got to really. That's again the deception. The deception also is the 4 of Cups. So this is more of an internal thing. And when you have this internal thing, again, because we're focused on relationships here at the beginning of the year, this is the internal thing mirroring through other people. All my bowls are empty. It's a very ungrateful attitude. It's the brat mentality, you know, and it's a perception that needs to change because it's not the truth. Your bowl is always full, you know. You're not going to see new beginnings and meet new people if you're stuck in this energy right here. All of this right here, boom. And this doesn't add to it either, because the 7 of Cups just shows the end result, which is confusion. Now you're in a form of uncertainty. You know, again, it lets deception creep in. So there's warnings all over this. But the true thing is the Queen of Swords cuts all cords, speaks her truth, moves forward. Okay? So you need to rise above this energy that is, well, let's put it this way, not around you, it's inside of you, and it reflects on the people that you interact with. There's no other way that works. You see what I'm saying? And now you've got to make decisions. And you're coming out of this fear, doubt, and worry. And I mean, again, focus on new beginnings. Again, you're having a realization here. So surrender to it. Yeah, that's what it is surrender. That's the word I was looking for. Good. Okay. Because I didn't know where we were going with this. I was like, what? What is that? So be aware of that, you know? All right, anything else for Capricorn? What else do we need to know for this first week of the new year? Again, here we are. You can't make this shit up. So there's some kind of shit going on here. I'm telling you. And if any Capricorns are out there going, yep, it's everybody else, that's where you fall. That's where it falls short. Because this is only a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So, again, surrender to your destiny. It's time to get yourself out of this self-deception and material and spiritual prosperity. See, again, you'll see it all, you'll have it all, but you can't sit in this. You can't bring this into 2026, because all this positivity that comes out of the work here is all for nothing. You know what I mean? So that's a huge thing. Pay attention. You know? Pay attention to the people you have around you. That also, you know, who are you keeping around you? Do they have your best interests at heart? You know? So let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on here. Well, there's a lot, and all these cards are face down except for the King of Wands. So what this is embracing change. Okay? Oh boy, yeah. Look at that. The 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. I mean, this is stuck energy. You are definitely stuck in this. And it just can't happen. Feet on the ground, practical approach, embrace change. Focus on victory and success. It's telling you everything you need to do. I mean, it's not rocket science here. And the Wheel of Fortune, again. That's twice. It's time. Good for you. That's what you need to do. But this can blow all that out, you know? And maybe that's what the full moon is showing you right now at this time, is be mindful of this, because this implodes all of the outcome. It changes it. And instead of having the Wheel of Fortune as a good luck charm for you, turns into, and I don't want to say bad luck, but the wheel continues in this area. You have to break that in order to start this. And there's a huge potential to do that. But for some reason, you're running against time constraints. I don't know, it's too much. I don't know. Only you would know that. Okay, let's get some messages of love. But again, this is really positive. But there's something. Again, it's self-deception because nobody put the blindfold on you. You did that yourself. You know what I mean? Again, there's accepting that. Okay, maybe it starts with that forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Again, there's that deceptive, weird kind of fear, failure energy. Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. Again, now let's go to the other end of the spectrum. You might meet the right people at the right time, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? So don't deceive yourself and thinking that you're all alone. And that's the other thing, is almost like a victim mentality, and we're not starting the year off in that. You don't want that. So let's go and get what's the vibe. Let's see what's going on here. What's the vibe? Still blowing out there like crazy. Yeah. Cutting ties. Freedom, standing up, and awakening. Perfect. But think about the symbolism that we had here. What's the cutting ties to? Indecisiveness, okay? That's one. Indecisiveness. Fear of failure. You're awakening to that. And the big one, deception and envy. So there's a spiritual lesson to be learned here too. Again, the possibilities are fantastic, but this stuff, being tied to that, that's what the message here is saying is, when we got the Five of Pentacles, it's all lined up, the deception and envy card. There is, this, I don't know. But closing message is this, and that's all you need is determination. Face challenges with determination. You can achieve anything. And that's the whole thing. So don't let this get in the way of what you want to do. And that is not constantly pressing the self-destruct button. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing I could think of, because the potential is just absolutely incredible. But where you are mindset-wise needs to change. So it's the mindset. Because if you're focused on the wrong things and you're not, again, what you put your focus on brings you into your reality. You know what I'm saying? And there's a fear that you have to eliminate before bringing it into 2026 of almost like a victim mentality, like I'm all alone. I got, I don't know. Maybe you are being deceived in some way from somebody else that's put you in that position. I don't know what's going on here. It for a lot of you Capricorns, it's either or both. My God. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's awareness. Who am I keeping around me? You know what I mean? Who has my back? Who doesn't? I guess that's basically how you're going into 2026. But there's a fear here. You've got to breathe it through. I'm sending you energy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to let it go. And forgiveness also. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing. Again, there's a lot to unpack here, but wow, does the year turn out in your favor? You just have to believe it and not deceive yourself or others or have deceptive people around you. Okay? All right. So that is going to do it for your first midweek reset of the year. Go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on YouTube, and I also go live Sundays at 10 a.m. on TikTok, Tea and Tarot. And I also go Sunday night at 8 p.m. So follow us over there. That would be fantastic. And check out the freaking weekend, Fridays at 10 a.m. to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, personal readings online or in person are available. Book yours now. 2026 is a fantastic year. Let's get some guidance. Personal to you, not just your general sun sign, all right? Okay, Capricorn, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Be aware of the messages here so you can tackle this quick. Give yourself 3 months and you'll be amazed at who you have become. All right? I love you all. Thank you for watching and Happy New Year. Aquarius, Happy New Year. It is your midweek reset tarot reading for December 31st all the way to January 6th. 2026. So welcome, Aquarius. Hope you are already on your way to a great new year. And that is all determined by you, by your attitude, by the way that you look at yourself and believe in yourself and start putting your intentions down on paper, getting them ready. You give yourself 3 months. You don't have to do it all this week or today or tomorrow. You know what I mean? You'll already screw up your resolutions by February. Don't give yourself resolutions. Give yourself small, achievable goals like eating healthier, putting the phone down, you know, not doom scrolling, taking care of yourself, internal things, getting rid of negative beliefs, all of that. And this new year is starting off with a full moon on the 3rd in Cancer, the water sign, and it is happening in your 6th house. And this brings to light what's going on in your daily life. How are you handling your routine in your daily life? Is it just the same thing over and over and over? Do you know the things that you need to adjust for the new year? This is all about trimming the fat out of your day. What time are you wasting? You know what I mean? Are you allowing yourself enough time? You know, the 6th house is also about service. If you're giving to others, are you giving to yourself in equal measure? You know what I mean? There's a huge focus, though, on diet and health, mental health, my emotional makeup. What can I release that follows me on a day-to-day basis? Think about it. You know, this is big. So go into these next 3 months until we meet at the spring equinox. I'll be there every step of the way with you. But trim the fat out of your routine. Instead of doing it in the month of January, when you're still trying to adjust from the stuff from 2025, because it just doesn't automatically switch off when the clock strikes 12. Remember, the new year is the calendar year. If you want to speak about it in the seasons and the cycles that we're in, I say, let's just, for all intents and purposes, it's the spring equinox. That's when you plant those seeds. Right now is a time of reflection. So think about it. We got to till the soil before we start planting seeds. We have to nurture the soil, you know? We got to add some ingredients to it in order to help growth foster instead of barren land that's not cultivated and all of that. Look at it in that way. And you can't do it in 1 month, but 3 months, that gives your brain time to train itself. Again, it's always malleable. I'm telling you, Aquarius, this is it. Start making every day count. That's how you start this year out. Okay, so let's go to the tarot table and start our reading. Happy New Year. First reading of the year. Let's do it. Let's make it a good one, Aquarius. There's your angel numbers. And it's empowerment. Absolutely. I was wondering why I was going on that little tangent before. And it's 898. Stand in your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. Yes. So this year is all about empowerment. That is a great way to start the year off. I can do this. I am confident. I am successful. All right, let's get a message from our guides. What do we need to know going into this new year? We want that, okay. Number 43, your eternal spirit, higher self, and sacred intuition. Love that. Again, maybe getting into like a meditation practice or a mindful practice, calming your storm during the day, maybe being more present. Let's see what it has to say. Okay, Aquarius, people often define themselves according to the restrictions of their human bodies and mental and emotional patterns. They rarely focus on the unlimited power and value of their spirit. But if this is your approach, it only limits your happiness and your experience of value in the world. So this card heralds a time of great spiritual value. You are at the point where you can finally awaken to the full and ever-present power of your eternal spirit. This very real side of you preceded your present self, going all the way back to divine consciousness, the source of your true identity. Meditate on the sacred intuition of your inner voice and the radiant wisdom that it brings. Let go of limitations and commune with your perfect sacred identity. The more you turn to your internal spirit within, the more truth, beauty, and blessings will adorn your life. So, what this is saying is, for this year, go into yourself for the answers. Make it a daily practice to journal, to speak affirmations to yourself, to just do some deep breathing. And you don't have to do it all day, only a few minutes. You're training your body, your mind, your spirit. You're evolving all of that. You're releasing toxins and all of that when you do this. I'm telling you, meditation, Aquarius, will be great for you. All right? So let's go ahead and trusting your intuition, maybe taking some classes to help build your intuition. Okay? All right, Aquarius. Let's get your shadow work. What is our shadow work for this first reset of the year? It's both of those, okay. All right, inner balance. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. Wholeness and duality. Again, finding that inner balance this year, focusing on wholeness, understanding that there is duality. Stop resisting. It'll keep persisting. And heal through art. Perfect. Express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. So this is a time to be expressive, to show your expression, to be creative. That is probably what you're lacking right here for a lot of you Aquarians, is getting that inner balance back by releasing it through your creativity. So again, with this full moon, it's kind of telling you in your daily routine to kind of be creative. Get back to your art. Most of you Aquarians are artists, musicians, inventors, scientists. You're creative. You're pulling in this energy from your internal spirit, your higher self. Go within to get inspired. You know? Wow, what a great message. All right, bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. Yeah, again, this is indecision. Make the decision. That lack of inner balance, you know what I mean? Wow. What else? What do we got? This one? Is that it? Yeah. Okay, all these cards are face down except for this one, the Nine of Pentacles. So they want me to focus on that first for you. And this is the seeds that you plant will bear fruit fast. Another 9, 8 and 9, August and September are going to be huge months for you. Okay, and the King of Swords is looking at the plan here again. Planning, cultivating your spirit. And look at this, the Seven of Pentacles, the missing link here, is nurture these seeds now. Because when you put your time and focus into things, look at that, they bear fruit. This year, your time and focus will definitely bear fruit. And I'm telling you, around September, maybe even starting to show itself in July. So we've got July, August, and September. Again, more 3-month periods here. So pay attention, guys. Wow. I really like that. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay. All right, yeah, look at that. Another 2, mental confusion. That other 2 was at the bottom of the deck. And material harvest, another 9. Again, this is the 9 of Pentacles. Again, get out of your mental confusion. You need to work on that. And it pays off. Again, very, very payoff year for you. That's incredible. Wow. 9s, almost there. You're almost there. So let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on here. You could be getting your own like raise at your job or something like that. Okay, so we got the Tower here. And I think maybe this is what's got us all in a bunch, you know? Maybe 2025 was a dumpster fire for relationships, but that doesn't mean that it's always going to be, or especially for 2026. You are the creator of your reality. Create the relationship you want now, okay? The 2 of Cups says you can. So I'm telling you, I mean, you really got to put the time and effort to really start manifesting for 2026. And it starts with empowering yourself. I'm telling you, something's at work here, okay? And this is beautiful. Let's go ahead and get some messages of love. All right. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Okay. First one is balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. All right. Maybe that's what you're in now. But I think in 2026, it seems to balance itself out again. You know, I really don't see anything. I don't know. I just think, what are you putting your focus on? See what I'm saying? Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Okay. I think that's where the payoff starts to come. You finally learned the lesson and you're not getting in your head about it. You, Aquarius, can get in your head real quick. Okay. And second chance. Okay. This relationship deserves a second chance. Second chance, the 2s, you know, it gets exciting. Definitely. There's no doubt about that. Let's see what's the vibe. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What is the vibe? Okay. Interesting. Clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Yeah, close the door and put a fucking lock on that. Okay? But for some of you, a second chance is worth it. Again, trust your intuition. Go within to get the answer there. Okay, let's get a closing message. Lovely Aquariuses. So hope you surrender and thrive this year. Of course. And thank you for being here. Always love that. All right, closing message is insight. Insight is the fruit of wisdom. Keep a learning attitude. That's right. You haven't got it all figured out yet, but oh boy, is it going to happen. So, with that, pay attention to messages daily. Pay attention to where you are at daily. I really want you to start focusing on this now. I want you to start looking at, okay, routine. Maybe I got to throw some things out. Maybe I need to downsize. Maybe I need to change everything. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just a whole life change. Embrace it, okay? But changing your routine is definitely in the mix. And I didn't harp about diet and exercise, so I'm going to do it now. You know, do your research. Start eating better. No takeout. Don't need it. You got time to cook. If you don't know how to cook, watch some videos. There's some great ones. You could learn how to cook within an hour of being on TikTok and really making some good fucking meals for yourself. You know what I mean? So don't limit yourself. Again, there's insight available to you. Stay open to it. All right? Because diet is everything. If you're feeling sluggish and you're not getting sleep and all of that, you have to look at what you're putting inside your body. It's the truth. Okay? So be aware of that. But also movement. Movement is necessary for you. So make sure this year you've scratched that itch, because you know you got to do it. Okay, Aquarius? So that is going to do it for your midweek reset for the first of the year. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. And the whole theme this week is going to be about what's going on this year. Let's get some insight collectively, through our signs, all of that. We'll do some meditations, all of that. It's great. So this whole next 2 weeks is going to be focused on what's going on for us in the year. So stick around, okay? Don't forget the freaking weekend gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I got times available, but they're booking up fast. In person or online, I do both. So if you're in the Western New York, Fredonia area, come on down to the Circle of Light Spiritual Center and let's have a chat. Let's get some guidance for this year. And even online, I'm available all over the globe. All right, so Aquarius, have yourself a great week. Happy New Year, and I will see you when I see you. Pisces, welcome and Happy New Year to your first midweek reset tarot reading for the year. This is for December 31st all the way to January 6th of 2026. So Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are already psyched and ready for 2026. Because it's got to be a lot better than 2025 was. And the only way that's going to happen is that if you declare it and you go through the next 3 months determined. And by the time the spring equinox happens, you won't even believe the changes that you've made because you implemented them starting now. So give yourself a break. We go with New Year's resolutions and they're always shit by February. And you start to see it now. Like at Planet Fitness when I go to the gym, the place is filling up. Wow, there's usually nobody there at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, boom, we got all kinds of people in there. By the middle of February, it's back to no one being in the gym. You see what I'm saying? So give yourself 3 months. Make your intentions that you put out for this year of 2026 non-negotiable. That's it. Non-negotiable. Like for me, I got myself a gym membership 2 years ago. Would never do that. And they just opened right before Christmas here in town. And I signed up, got the whole gold membership, the whole thing, because I like to tan, so I want to tan. So, and I have been going at it ever since. 3 days a week, except for, last February, this year, 2025. February, March, April, May, June, July. I think I started going back in July, so I had 6 months off. But now that I'm cleared and I'm healed and all of that, 3 days a week, non-fucking negotiable. And there are times when I want to say, just, take it easy. You could go later today. Nope, non-negotiable. And that's huge, Give yourself a pat on the back of where you've come in 2025. I got to hand it to you. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. It's not being arrogant or prideful or anything like that. It's a job well done. Because I'm going to tell you something, Pisces. You can't expect to acquire cheerleaders in your life that are going to cheer for you, because not everybody's gonna. And that's one of the hard lessons to learn in life, is that most of the people that got your back don't. Well, say that they do, don't. Most of your friends want to see you fail. It's a solo journey. Think about it. And it's okay, but you have to be your biggest cheerleader. So giving you the accolades when you need it is absolutely necessary. You have to talk positively to yourself. And that's the big thing for you in 2026. All right. So this full moon is starting this new year out with a full moon in Cancer. I just had to see where the full moon was in your sign. And it's in Cancer and it's conjunct Jupiter, so it's big. So full moons are huge. It's a lot of emotion because it's in Cancer, it's water, it's emotions. So be aware of that. A lot happening all at once, especially this week. But there's opportunity, there's excitement that you can use that Jupiter energy to fuel your emotions, to attract what you want this year. And it's happening in your 5th house. And this is huge. This is what brings you joy. It's romance. It's giving and receiving love. How do I give love? How do I receive it? It can be a focus on children, your children, working with children. 5th house is teaching also. Connects with the 9th house and all of that. You know what I mean? So what brings you joy? Maybe there's something in your life that's what you need to focus on. Joy. And having fun. Getting back in the swing of things. Enjoying life. Being in love with life. That's huge, Pisces. So just be aware of that. You got a great opportunity here to embrace this. And boy, does it pay back in spades. So let's go to the tarot table and start your first reading for the year. I'm so happy you're here. Happy New Year. And let's get an angel numbers to begin. There it is. And it's 543 with clarity. Trust yourself and the universe to make necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon, you'll gain clarity about your life's purpose. Well, there we are. 543. And I say March, April, and May are going to be 3 significant months for you. So, if you put your plan into action now, by the spring equinox, March, you'll start to see the results and the clarity that you desire. Okay? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And it's number 16, achievement. Look at that, completion and reward. Beautiful. What a great way to go into the year. And also looking at 2025 as achievement and completion. And now you reap the rewards of it. You know, 2025 was the finish line. And now it's all gravy from here. You know what I'm saying? So, the achievement card reveals a time of great satisfaction, Pisces. Something you've been working on is coming to fruition, and you'll be reaping the rewards. Whether it's a career or personal goal, the time and effort you devoted will definitely pay off. And if you're starting a new project, give it your all. Like the runner on this card, you may find it necessary to put in lots of training and preparation, but the end result will be a win. So if there's more work for you to do, continue planning and forging ahead. That's a huge message. Connect with Spirit to help you in every way and enjoy the achievement when it comes. Throughout it all, remembering the enduring strength and wisdom of your soul. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow. Maybe by March, you start to get that clarity. Which one? Keep the one that's face down. Okay. Yeah, face inner demons. Okay, this is where it all goes tits up. Pay attention. Don't be afraid of darkness. There's a light nearby. It's time to transform. It's time to integrate. This is inner child stuff. Okay? Pay attention to that. Don't be afraid of where you're going next. The runner gets to the finish line with confidence, not with their back turned going, oh, I don't know. Is it worth it? See what I'm saying? Okay. Let's get the vibe for this new year for you. Let's see. What do we have? Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. Okay, you're resilient. You can do this. Let down your walls of defense. Okay? You need boundaries, not walls. You can't reach the finish line with a wall in front of you. Okay? Is that it? Only 2 cards? Yep. Wow, that's it. 8 of Pentacles is putting in the work, finding a new skill, getting down to it. I love it. And the Fool. This is it. This is it, kids. Taking a risk and it's paying off. Wow. Only 2 cards. And I'll tell you why. I'm pretty sure with anything else, Pisces, it would bog the message down. If you want achievement, if you want completion and reward in this year, all you have to do is get down to it, put in the work, and take that next step. Take the risk. This is your reset. Pay attention. This will bring it to you, but it involves some risk. But it also is like putting in the work. There's a lot of books there. It looks like planning and confidence and all of that. Okay? Wow. All right, let's get some oracles. Short and sweet. But look at all these cards and what they're all telling you, you know? It's brilliant. It's poetry. I love it. Okay, guys, let's get... What else do we have? What else do we have? All right, there they are. Boom. Wow, look at that. Wow. All right, so don't be tempted to go into that deception and envy. Oh, hell no. That's what you got to face right there. How? You walk away from it. Walk away what no longer serves you. And take the emotions out of it. Okay, another 8. Pay attention. And look at that. The Fool card, again, new beginnings. This is it, kids. Embrace this new beginning. Get ready for your journey. That door is shut behind you. It's not left open just in case. It's done. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's look at relationships. See what's going on with that. Wow. 2 8s, 2 Fools. Wow. And the thing is, don't be foolish by getting tempted by this deception and envy. You know what I mean? Don't fall prey for it. To it, I should say. Ooh. This one wanted to come out too. Okay. So, we may be confused about some relationships here. That's okay. Choose the highest and the best for you. I mean, it's basically making your dreams come true here. Okay? Choose wisely. Don't deceive yourself. Don't let other people deceive you. Really nurture your safety and security. You got this. Not feeling less than. It's too late for that. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. It's too late for that. Being wishy-washy. An opportunity comes here where the universe is saying, open your hand and we'll fill it. This is reciprocating energy as far as relationships and things coming together, rejoicing and celebration. Yeah, I mean, this year is fantastic for you. And relationships and all of that. Don't let other relationships deceive you in some way. Also, okay? All right. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. Okay. The Knight of Cups could probably bring that. It kind of levels things out. That makes you feel a little better moving into this new energy. Okay, we'll take it. Okay. Maybe it's just an apology you need to give to yourself. Maybe you realize that you've been in the way. And that's a huge realization for us. That's a huge step in the spiritual evolution of your life. It really is. Be aware of that, okay? So let's get, what's the vibe? Yeah. Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Again, you don't get to the finish line in that kind of shit right there, okay? So no more of that. Apologize to yourself. Maybe that's what you've been doing, you know? Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia, all right? Again, make a wish. Know that it is coming to you. Let's get a closing message for you, Pisces. And see what we have to close out this first message of the year. I'm very excited about this. This is great energy, but don't let your fucking emotions kind of get in the way of that. That's huge. So we're closing with this communication, because effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. So allow yourself the grace of connection, communication, speaking your truth and not suffering in silence, and releasing that. Again, there may be an apology, there may be an understanding. Everything comes with great clarity. So this year looks great. So tell the universe what you want, and it will deliver it when you believe you're achieving it. So this is what you focus on this year. And it pays off big time. All right, Pisces, that is going to do it for your your midweek reset tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. And the next 2 weeks is all going to be about what's coming up for us this year. So the lives are going to be important. So check those out. I also now am going live on TikTok on a regular schedule, and that's Sundays. So follow me on Raise Your Vibration TV at TikTok. And I go live on Sundays, 10 a.m. We do tea and tarot. We get a vibe for the week. I answer questions. We have fun. And then I go live 8 p.m. Sunday night. And I go randomly live. So check those out. You got to follow me in order to see when I'm on. Okay. So make sure you do that. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted on Fridays. That gives you the vibe for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I have dates open, bookings available in person or online. So if you are in the Western New York area in Fredonia, around Fredonia, come on down for an in-person reading. I got specials for you to walk into. And also, if you would like it online, I'm available across the globe and galaxy. So go ahead and book your reading. I got specials for you too. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Get ready, and you have a great new year. I'll see you soon.